Alright, this is Shard Hunter, session 118. This is a Pathfinder 2nd Edition homebrew campaign.
Oh no, I'm in the wrong class.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank goodness we finally got rid of that
I was
guy.
supposed to be in 19,
Take
What do you
off.
mean? You
man.
have class?
Go ahead, GM. Tell us what has been happening.
They're playing a game. There you go.
Yay.
Wow.
Previously, our characters were continuing their world tour, trying to drum up support for the invasion of the Swamp Castle and the defeating of the Black Dragons. They had their talk with the Metallic Dragons, and they're now about to head down to the south.
Sorry.
We're gonna meet Hatala's
Over
mom.
here. Wait. Just talk with Tim to begin with, right?
You were talking to him previously.
Yeah.
And he said he's going to get you some potions.
Okay, so that's already done.
Yes.
And we already talked with Eric and have his location, right?
Yes. He's going to be in the capital because he was talking to the king. And so you can go down to the portal to the library there. So what do you do?
Is that we want to go ahead and do that? You want to go, do we want a portal south? Or do we want to... So,
That would make sense
Hatala,
to me.
is your mom in the kingdom? Or do we need to go to the... Look, the
No,
kingdom,
she
oh my
doesn't-
gosh, the
doesn't
capital.
live in the kingdom. She doesn't live in the capital.
She
Just
lives in
in
the
our hearts.
Halfling Lands,
Yeah, she lives in the Halfling Lands. Like
which
we
is
would
down
have to-
here way below the south.
Oh, okay, so... Okay. So yeah,
I,
let's hop
I
a
it's
portal
gonna be more
and...
complicated to see her.
That's fine. Let's hop a portal, talk to Eric and the Southern Thieves Guild, say hi to
Well, and we'll
Emma.
be going straight to the library. Did we want to talk to the occultist there? Did a car want to embarrass himself again?
Well, I don't want to embarrass myself again, but I would.
Oh, I mean, talk to her as well.
Yeah, I would. I would like to. Yeah. she's she's very hard to have a conversation with. She's very involved in her studies. It's hard to have a conversation with.
Cool.
But I'll try.
Thank you, sir.
What information are we trying to get?
More information on the Black Dragons. I mean, I'm pretty sure she's been around since they've
Is that
been around.
just let her know the same stuff we've let everybody else know and see if she has some
Yes,
dynamite
absolutely.
information kind of thing?
Yeah, like weaknesses, things we can, use to our advantage is what we should be looking for because she would know about their history and, how they've been taken down in the past.
All right. Well, y'all are now in the Southern Kingdom. You've come out of the library.
Let's see, since we're in the library, we'll check in with
Elf Daddy.
yeah, him, make sure he knows we're here and talk to the cultist.
It really sounds wrong when you say it that way.
No, like it's
See
like
if-
P. Diddy, but Elf Daddy, it's
See if he can send a runner to let the Thieves Guild leader know that we're here and we need to talk. This time it'll be a nice missive rather than a bunch of dead bodies.
All right.
yes, less dead bodies is better.
He'll send a runner. He has no problem with that.
You and your daughter getting along now?
She's left the house. She's working at one of the relief shelters in town to help those affected by the
I
plague.
was worried for a second. She finally got back and she immediately left the house again. At least she's in town now.
She's working across town.
I mean, she wasn't fond of him to begin with, but you know, I'm sure they got to work up their relationship again, or to begin with.
One thing you do notice that the family painting that he had destroyed has been restored with magic.
Did we already research or find books on black dragons? Good information. I know we were facing acid.
Yeah, the biggest advice for them is acid and the fear that dragons produce.
Okay.
Do you think it might be worthwhile that while we're have we searched this library for more information on elemental control, or have we been here since then?
When we were in this library, we didn't do a whole lot of library searching in here. We didn't
Right.
come.
No.
We were, yeah,
Here
it
for
was
that.
very, very narrow focused. When we came
I
here.
think it
So,
might
no,
be
you could-
worthwhile for the party for us to try and find something that is going to be more information on elemental control, since it's kind of
Yeah, I agree with that.
influential.
I'm trying to learn how to channel these death powers.
yeah, it'd be the same thing.
Yeah.
I would assume.
The head librarian tells you that there is no books in this library pertaining to that topic, primarily because all the research that was done on it, successful, has not been done outside of the Elven Kingdom.
And
The
the Elven
elves are the
Kingdom,
only one who learned how to safely interact with the stones and use their power.
You gotta find
That
an
makes sense.
elven library.
you're talking about Elven Kingdom as in across the ocean?
Yes,
other
the
side of the
Elven
world?
homeland.
The OGs.
Yes. They were the first ones to experiment it because even before the ancients started up the practice, they were already doing it.
Gotcha.
They were the ones that invented airships. And apparently airships were originally based on the air elemental. He knows of it because in his studies as a child, he was in the homeland, and he remembers some of the talk about that because he was always interested in libraries and books and old knowledge, and he decided to travel the world because he didn't feel at home with the elves.
Finally, an outcast I can relate to. Someone just doesn't fit in.
Took that outcast-ism and turned it into a library. Is that what you did?
I don't know. I think pretty much every single one of our backstories is outcast. There's that word exists somewhere.
I'm not an outcast.
I don't know if I'm
well-
an outcast.
Look at all of us now trying to defend our psyches.
I'm not an outcast that I remember. I feel
I'm not an outcast. I picked this lifestyle.
I feel like I'm more of an orphan. less of an
Went with
outcast.
you
Hold
with
on,
the
hold
orphan
on.
backstory.
So an
What's an
outcast
orphan?
by situations outside of your control.
Absolutely, yes.
Would that not be most outcasts?
However, Eric, he gave me the first family that I remember. So I don't know. I kind of attached myself to that.
All right. That's all you're researching in the library. You can go talk to the occultist.
Are there novels in this world, or is it all nonfiction? Do we have like
No, there's
lore, or
standard fictions.
I'd like to find like a good, I don't know, mystery novel, something to keep myself occupied in the evenings. Is there a good mystery series here in this world?
There are basically regional mystery writers.
Okay, I just didn't know if
Because
like
every culture has slightly differences to what they consider mysterious.
yeah. I didn't know if there was like a Sherlock Gnomes or something.
Yeah, I found an interesting fantasy fiction book here. It's they actually there's no magic in it, and it's all humans.
No
and it's-
magic.
No magic. Yeah.
Oh, you man.
What?
It's kind of set in. I don't know. They got like it's
How do
more
they
like
wipe their butts?
electronics and machines. I don't know.
Electric.
Is that like their magic system?
What's a machine?
We have machines.
We know
Yeah,
what a
we have
machine
Well,
machines.
I
is.
mean,
Yeah.
like, are you,
So
like,
cross
It's
what
like
kind
a
of
wagon
machine?
that will go by itself.
Oh, like
A horseless
automated
wagon.
wagons. Oh, okay.
Automated.
Wagons.
What do you mean by automated?
Yeah, that's weird.
It's like a magic wagon.
Like it does it on its
invisible
own.
I've
Like,
heard
horses?
tale of automatons.
Animated
elsewhere.
wagons, not automated.
Yeah, animated.
Animate. Okay, animated. Yeah.
Next
Yeah,
thing
they-
you're gonna be telling
I
me
bet
is
Do
they,
those
they
have
have
like
guns.
legs and feet? They walk?
Mm.
No,
They
they
just
just
move
turn
really
their own
slow.
wheels.
They have wheels that turn themselves.
What?
Yes.
Randomly, the engine
like-
turns the wheels.
Animated.
What's an engine?
They like imprison like a fire demon.
It's like runs
inside,
on
like,
like
metal.
creation power.
I don't know, but it's like they
Or-
have this thing that like is got this power trapped inside of it, and then they have this thing that just kind of like
You know, we could probably do that. I'm sure we could get some
no,
kind
no,
of creation
it's a little,
power and
little outside of the.
This was firmly in the
Box.
fiction.
We'd have to find another oven.
Oh,
I'm
we
not
gotta
talking
find it.
about trying to recreate what was in the book. I'm saying that like if we could put together the right magics, we could make a wagon that its wheels turn on its own.
I mean, we just
Oh,
have some
it
kind
would-
of vessel
It would be
If we
kind
get
of like
like a-
capture
the
water.
Maybe
and
we can
steam.
do like a mast in the front, and then we could like cast wind into it to make
I
it
got it.
move. And then if we were able to get it to float in the air, it could be like a little.
Why don't
Oh,
we
wait,
just
no, I have an
hydraulic
idea.
push?
how do you make Winky taller? Like, can we use that?
That's
know,
a
it-
stretch.
The extended legs? Can we use that to extend?
But possibly, I'm actually thinking that the like a magic decanter where the water pours out constantly, and then you do like a water wheel inside of it.
Oh,
I
That
think we
would
just
work.
put some fans
What
on
if-
the back of it, and it will
Oh.
just go.
What if we put the endless decanter in front with oil, and then we put fans in the back, and so we just always have this like slick ride everywhere we go.
What if we
Ooh,
were
I got
going
it. We put-
uphill?
We
make our own
attach
smooth
fireworks.
terrain.
We attach
It doesn't
fireworks
go
to the back
uphill.
of it.
it only goes down.
We have this conversation on the way to the Thieves Guild.
Yeah, as we are walking. we're
Oh, wait,
gonna
wait,
stare-
you were gonna
Wait,
talk
no,
to-
no, we gotta talk to the occultist.
Sorry,
Where
sorry.
you going?
I
Guys,
apologize.
So
hey,
y'all are
We have this
babbling in front of
conversation.
the occultist.
On the way to the
We finally
occultist.
knock on her door.
She's like, "Are you done babbling?"
I mean, what's your take?
yes, ma'am.
I stopped
Well, I'm
reading
done.
fiction long ago.
Your loss.
But when you've lived long enough that most of it's become reality,
Yeah, true. Well, back to
So-
reality. What can we help you? What?
and she
can-
stops. Oh my God! What the hell happened to you?
I mean, what time?
The dog thing.
Oh, I didn't know if you were referring to that or like the weird like lack of soul or
Yeah,
that's
souls
true.
are overrated.
I think she helped us with that information.
Oh yeah.
He got bit by
got bit.
beat up by a bunch of werewolves, and
It's
then
just a flesh wound.
one day was a dog.
I've always been a dog.
Wait, you've always been a dog, and the dwarfism was a.
Oh no, that's what I've been told many times. So I don't know.
I want to explain to her that he's not always a dog. On the full moon, he's not a dog, or
She's-
around the full moon, he's not
He
a
had
dog.
that dog in him.
So he's actually a were-dwarf.
Sure.
Well,
Dwarf
yeah,
wear,
let's
maybe.
go with that. Yeah, let's go with that.
Dwarf
Because he
wear.
turns into a dwarf on the full moon.
Yes,
But I'm normally not.
I've never heard of that before.
So
but
my
yes,
I mean, anything can be a were creature of some kind, I'm imagining.
but that would
We only
imply
know
that
about
my.
the ones we've seen.
But wouldn't that imply that my normative state is dog?
Well, what do you normally exist as right now?
I'm a look
Dog.
down at myself. What do I see?
You're a dog.
I'm a dog.
But then right now, that is your normal.
Okay.
Hasn't there been cat people before? I haven't
Yeah.
seen any.
Where?
So are there dog people?
Yeah, they're called shumis.
So you're a shumi that turns into a dwarfy.
You may have some shumi blood in your history.
Well, ain't that a interesting
Normally,
concept?
dwarves don't cross with any creature, so it's possible that you were just a dwarf, born of something other than a dwarf.
Are you implying that my ancestors did something untoward?
I'm not sure it would be
Shumis are
your
people
ancestor.
too.
Is it possible that something happened to you in the boneyard?
Hmm.
Yeah, there's no telling. Especially when souls and weirdness are involved, anything can happen.
That's true.
It actually makes more sense to me than dwarves being mixed with anything, because they're pretty stubborn.
Yeah, they generally don't mix. Not successfully that I've ever heard of. And I've been hearing of a lot of things for a long time.
Yeah, they mix like oil and rocks.
Well, no, actually, some of them have been born with some rock-like growths. You know, it's not impossible for rocks to be in their genes.
Well, I just meant like. Never mind.
But I
Yeah,
think
rock
most of that was creation-based. You know, they became more stone-like. Except for the ones that were death-like. Those were weird.
Well, I wonder if, since I have this elemental connection, if I could find a way to better manipulate it with that dwarven background too. But I don't know. Maybe that's
Possible.
a research topic for another day.
What was the first power you mastered?
Oh, it's been so long ago. What was that?
It was the earth powers.
It was it was the earth
I want
power.
to say it was Earth. Yeah.
And was that the first thing you came infected with?
I believe so.
No.
No? What? Or was
Remember,
it?
it took a while for you to find an earth stone.
Was
Yeah.
it fire?
Yeah.
Yeah,
we
'cause
came across
everyone was
fire
a-
first.
Fire was what everyone was around first.
Okay. So yeah, I would have come in contact with fire first.
So you came into contact with other elements, and then when you came in contact with earth, you learned to master it.
Okay. That would make
It may
more
be
sense.
in your ancestry that you may have been from one of the line of dwarves that were touched by the earth elemental.
What?
So I'll have to focus more on that as we move forward.
It's possible. But yeah, the most information on mastery of the elements that I know of is probably in the ancient kingdom.
We'll have to go and check that out.
If it still exists.
Hmm.
They weren't very friendly back then.
Hey, we found like 4 things that didn't exist before breakfast. It'll be fun.
What'd you say happened to breakfast?
No breakfast.
Does
I'm sorry.
breakfast not exist anymore?
Dang it. I said the trigger word.
What happened to breakfast?
Nothing. It was an expression.
That happened.
I'll just pull some food out of my pack.
Better
and
have
toss it.
breakfast.
I'm gonna toss Matala a random piece of ration from my
Nita,
pack.
give her the biscuit.
Oops, that was a
Alright,
dog
we-
one.
we-
Sorry.
It's too late. She's seen the
That's right,
biscuit.
it's been eaten. Alright, we came here for a reason. A car.
So, we're going to be fighting a very old black dragon. We are gathering troops and allies to help us with this. Would you have any information on better ways to fend these things off, or distract your children, or weaknesses, or anything that you can give us?
They'll
Knowing
melt your
all of
face
you know?
off.
Yeah, we kind of got that from the acid that we figured out in a book, but I was just wondering if you knew something that
Why do you
might
need
not
someone
be
else
written
fighting
down.
a dragon? You've already killed one black dragon.
Well, this is kind of more of a fortress of black dragons, so we're looking for
Going to
anything.
Briggenmeyer.
Oh, you're
Yeah,
going against the queen.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
her.
If you're gonna fight her, be careful. You're gonna need anti-magic. She's very skilled at wizardry.
What's anti? Never mind.
Context
No.
clues.
That's a good question. Go ahead, ask it.
You have anti magic. You've used it before. Winky.
That's why I stopped.
Oh.
Oh, okay. You remembered.
Yeah, and she is beyond what an ordinary black dragon would be. I would not recommend fighting her.
Well,
Well, wait,
we
we'll do
are
it.
going to be
Distract
using
her.
a very large protective spider to take her down, but her children is one of the things.
You're gonna fight her with a spider?
Yeah, a little tiny one.
Or Goliath spider.
Goliath
Oh, I
A
spider.
Goliath
Oh.
spider? You have a Goliath spider on your side?
Yes,
Yeah, you
Oh.
don't have one?
but we
I
have to
would
deal with her children first.
That'll be a pretty even fight.
Is there a way that we can make it more to our side?
You got any spider steroids?
I would recommend if you could make at least like 10 batches of potion for resisting acid, that would help the spider. And it's
Got
size,
it.
you need at least 10 of them to be effective.
Got it. Making 30.
Make 30
Absolutely.
giant antacids.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Don't you think it will overdose if we give it that much?
I mean,
Nah, it's just an antacid.
But give it 10 because that counts as one potion.
Yeah, we'll keep more on hand if necessary.
I mean, the side
Yeah, I
effect
recommend
is-
everybody. You're basically going to need to bathe in that stuff for a while until you're done with this mission.
Like tomato soup and after getting skunked.
So can we just like fill our baths with it and heat it up and take a bath with it? Is that what you're suggesting?
That's a play on words.
we
Yes,
have
I
to
know.
we have to use it the way it's intended. Just like holy
gotta
water
chug it.
doesn't work if you coat your blade in it.
Yes,
Yeah,
I
chug it, bro.
know. Yes, I know.
But you could, like, stick it to the end of your hammer.
I forgot she's not one for jokes.
Like
No more
attach
jokes.
a holy water vial to the end of a hammer and then just smash it on them.
Yeah, that would work.
Some duct tape, a bottle. That'll work.
Honestly, that's not a
Why
bad
do
thing.
ducks have tape?
I could have tied holy water vials to my daggers and got a better possibility of hitting.
It would mess up the flight characteristics. I don't think that would work very well.
Yeah, I was just thinking about putting them.
If you re-engineered your dagger to have a hollow hilt filled with a glass vial, you could throw it so that you hit it backwards.
Interesting.
As a skilled knife thrower, you should be able to do that.
Goals.
But you'd have to load them one at a time.
Who has the sling?
Katala.
Can you use a vial as the rock?
Yeah, your
instead
sling
of-
staff could easily use a vial too.
I could have used it the whole time.
You didn't think of that? It's the size of a
I
rock.
thought, look, I thought if I put it into the set here and I slung, I'd break it on the throw
Why would it break on the throw?
because it's glass.
Yeah, but you always swing carefully, then throw.
I mean, I guess I could have practiced with it. I can practice with it, get better at it. That's better than the dagger.
A little easier.
Dagger's cool though.
Anything else?
Well, I think I'm done. I just wanted to make you aware that we're about to chains.
Do you have any information
Stuff.
on the Kaminoan Lich King by chance?
Which one?
Steve.
I've
Um,
met several of them.
this would be the one. He was trapped in the Deadlands for the longest time.
The last one.
The last one, yes.
Yeah, I know him. He's a jerk.
He's back. Do you have any hints or tips for this guy?
Don't call him little man. He's
I'ma
got a
call
height
him little man.
complex.
Are we trying to piss this guy off or make him a friend? I just need to know that information.
Is this guy a Car's brother or somebody else?
I thought he was a clone.
What? How did Akar's
What?
brother get in this?
Well, because the Car's brother was stuck in the Deadlands and he got free. This guy was stuck in the Deadlands and he got free. How many people did we free from the Deadlands?
But if
At least two.
Akar's brother is half elf, right?
Well, yeah, I
Yeah.
don't think he was Kiminoan or anything. It's
So-
just weird that
Yeah, Kiminoans are all human.
So he wouldn't be short. If this person says that that guy is short, then that means that it's not Akar's brother.
Yeah, my brother is technically the assassin that never dies, but changes.
That can die?
bodies. Well, when he dies, he just moves to another, I guess, heir or soul, or is reborn.
Ulith Ardathia?
Did you ever meet his
Wait,
great
what?
great grandpappy?
Would you just call me? I'm sorry, I didn't catch that.
Ulith?
Ulith Ardathia?
The assassin of
Ulith, Arisia.
Arisia?
Grandson of the
Yeah.
Death Titan?
Yes.
And she looked at you. Hey, you look. Oh my god, are you him? Do I need to kill you again?
No, it's my brother at this point in time. I'm trying to figure out my past, honestly.
Oh, you're one of his descendants.
Y'all,
He's got a lot.
2 seconds ago, Kylie was in my room going, "How come she doesn't recognize him as the?" I said, "Oh, they're talking about it now."
She wasn't really, you know, she loves her study. She wasn't really paying that much attention.
You're
Well, she
goofy.
Killed him.
He's not goofy. I've never seen a version of him that was goofy. They're always serious and very boring.
Yeah, well, I don't really know
Wait.
most of my past, so I've kind of picked this up from my soldiers, my mates as soldiers in Eric's crew.
Hmm. Yeah, I see that you do definitely have the family resilience. I think all of them do. It's been weird. I've killed 2 of them.
It's been very weird for me as well, seeing myself in a painting.
Let me
that
rephrase
was,
that. 2 of them tried to kill me and didn't work out very well for them.
Got any tips or tricks?
Be immortal so they can't kill you and then just let them stab you and then murder them.
Oh, can you point to us on our version where the best point of attack would be?
It's still a person, all the normal person bits.
Oh, just the squishy bits. I got you.
He's not magically invulnerable or anything like that.
Yeah, I just didn't
Although
know
I've
if it
met
was
one
like
of those guys before too.
you.
He
I'm
should
gonna-
be weakened to
I look over at Nita like, what are you trying to get to? Like, you talk about me or?
I mean, you don't have any connection to the Ravens?
I tried, but no, I don't.
No, you're not him.
he's not.
Yeah, that whole Raven thing. I actually after the last time I killed him, I made a peace treaty with him, and he stopped taking missions to kill me, and I studied him for a generation or 2.
Yeah, that he had Raven steal my gold.
Hmm.
I wanted to
That's
make
weird.
friends with the Raven, but
And
Ravens-
maybe the Ravens just took the gold because Ravens like gold.
Well, I mean, I tried it as a peace offering, but they didn't like me, so I guess not.
No, but Ravens like shiny things.
Why would you give a raven
So,
gold?
what was Raven guy's name?
Well, I knew him as Ulith.
It's probably
Yeah.
still Ulith. I don't. His
Ulith
brother.
Ardathia. That was one of his incarnations.
All right, Nidab's gonna like pull a notebook out of his pocket and scratch out Waka Flocka and put Ulith next to it.
Yeah, he's actually had probably about 5 names that I know of. I don't remember them all. I remember Ulif because he was the one that tried to kill me last.
Did
Well.
he monologue? Did he monologue? Please tell me he didn't monologue at least.
No, he's
Okay, good.
he's a consummate assassin. At least he was.
We
I heard he actually stopped
confirmed
killing for a while.
that he has different names in each incarnation, and that was why we couldn't scry.
Yeah.
And
But I don't think anyone even knows what his real name ever was.
It's probably
Steve.
I was
They're
gonna
all
go
Steve.
with Charlie.
From what I
Stevie.
understand, when I first met him,
Baker.
probably 1,700 years ago, he was several thousand years old then.
what about Elthan Soriana Loreley, the Elven warlord?
Oh, yes, I knew her too. I think I only saw her on the battlefield once, but that was enough to know that I didn't want to go anywhere near there.
Yeah, I think
I swear
that-
you just made that name up.
He
that's,
didn't.
That's my mom.
That's,
Wait, you actually know who your mom is now? Did I miss that part too?
wow.
You're out of it apparently. A couple
I'm
of
sorry.
sessions ago.
We found this
Of course,
out in
you
the
also
Deadlands.
might not have been here.
We found that out in the Deadlands. That was my mom.
Yeah, she
The
is one of the
Deadlands.
We-
What are those?
true immortals.
And Bastul is where we got the name.
Yeah, when we
Yeah,
went to
and Bastille
Bastille and went to the
is where you got
torture
the name.
chamber, because we got into the door. That the key. You were with us for that. Need it.
He just wasn't paying attention.
Oh, I fully believe he was paying attention. It was just his amount of notes.
I fully
All it
believe he
said
was
was
staring at
walk
the
a
walls
paw.
going, huh, these walls look nice. I figure I can make them like that.
Wait, that's your mom?
He had an attack of dwarfism.
Yes. Debilitating disease.
But yeah, Lorelei, she is, well, was, I think she's gone now. I don't know. I haven't heard of her in a very long time. But she was, some people called her the demon of the battlefield. I think she's been responsible for killing at least a couple thousand people in person. Everyone face to face, right in front. If someone had their back to her, she'd actually run around them so that she could get into their face and kill them personally. She liked to watch their eyes go out.
What if you have your eyes closed? Does that mean she can't kill you?
Just always
Honestly,
No,
it's
she's
just
gonna
that
open them. She's gonna open your eyes as she kills you.
She would wait until you look.
cut your eyelids off.
What do you do?
She generally didn't kill innocents, though. She was not a barbarian. She just, anyone who brought up against the elves, she left none alive.
Dang.
That actually gives me hope that she didn't kill the innocent.
Well,
I
'cause
thought she was
you
just.
described.
Well, it wasn't fun for her, so it was boring.
I
wasn't
just thought she
actually
was an
altruism.
indiscriminate killer. But the fact that she didn't kill the innocent, that makes me feel a little better.
She was more of a hunter. Anyone who carried weapons and armor was fair game, in her opinion.
So when you say gone, is she like gone, like dead? I thought she
I haven't
couldn't
heard
die.
from her, and I don't think she'd be quiet.
I thought she couldn't.
She's never
die.
known for being quiet.
Well, from what we found, I thought she couldn't die. Is there a way
Well,
to kill immortal?
Immortality, even truer mortality, can be taken away.
Ah,
It may be a certain kind of death could have taken her out, or eventually it just ran out because she still grew older as she aged. It's just very, very slowly.
could she be in another plane?
She could have gone off somewhere else. There's no telling. She was so enamored with bloodshed that she may have just simply kept following whatever wars she could find. I think last I heard was after the death of the Death Titan. I don't think I've ever heard of her again.
I have an affinity with the Death Titan.
Uh-oh.
You did what to the Death Titan? I know you touched the stone, but you.
Well, of course, you're one of its descendants.
Yes. So
Ulith was.
okay.
From what I understand, Ulith was the grandson of the Death Titan, second generation of humanoid from it,
Okay. So
and
gotcha.
Laura Lee was third generation Life Titan.
So do you think that when the Death Titan went down, something happened to my mom?
Well, from what I understand, that's also when the Life Titan left.
Oh, that's starting to make a little bit more sense. Maybe the Life Titan was giving life to my mom's immortality. She may have either gone with him or
Oh, she did not like him.
really.
Well, people are very confused about the whole Life and Death Titan thing. It's actually one of the inaccuracies of history. The Life Titan was not altruistic. It
What
created
does that
life
mean?
because it liked to enjoy the misery of others. Because life is chaos, life is death.
So are you saying that the Death Titan was more of along
The
in the
Death Titan
suffering of
wanted to make
others?
sure no one suffered. And so it wanted the end of your misery of the chaos of life and wanted to bring about the peace of death.
Wow.
The car's mind
That
is
was the
blown.
reason I studied Ulith, because even he thought the Death Titan wanted everything dead. That's why he was a killer.
My mind is blown right now. I need a moment to process. This is a lot to take in. I
Yeah,
always,
Really?
I
technically
always,
speaking, both of them are about equally for life and death because they're
yes,
two sides of the same coin.
I always thought that the Life Titan was more about preserving life rather than its suffering, and the Death Titan was more about watching the suffering and taking life.
No, the Death Titan wanted to make sure everyone got to where they're supposed to go. The Death Titan was against the whole undead state.
Is that why when I touch certain undead creatures, they just kind of fall apart?
You may be taking the death energy from them or the life energy. I don't know which.
Maybe both.
It's only happened a few times, and I've tried it, and
Well, see,
the last time I tried it, it didn't end well for me.
what a lot of people don't realize is that every living creature has equal parts of all six energies within them. And that balance of energy is what gives you your life. Someone who has a little bit more life would live longer. Most likely a more chaotic life, too. Someone with too much death, they could live longer or they could be more violent. It depends because they have a little bit of extra death, so therefore they're harder to kill.
Wow.
It's not one for one. It's not like death bad, life good. It's never that simple when you're dealing with metaphysical concepts, not just I mean, fire. Fire is not good or evil. Fire is fire. It burns things.
As this discussion and information is brought forward, those that will notice Hitala has become a little withdrawn and possibly contemplative, depending upon how observant you are of people. So, just so y'all know.
I'm not seeing anything because I'm fully focused mindset wise on the thought process she's giving me.
I'll talk to Hitala. Hitala, you okay?
No, not right now.
Don't want to talk right now?
I mean, let them finish, but
Okay.
this is bothering me for sure.
And it may be our knowledge is incomplete because the life and death titans were the two titans that were the most inaccessible. Most creatures in the vicinity of the death titan were creatures of death and destruction. But most of them were not willfully antagonistic in that aspect. Like if you look at most of its children, the cold is one of the children of death. Not because cold is evil. Again, cold is just like fire; it can kill if you're caught in it, but it also brings relief from the heat. And then there's that giant ice worm thing way up north. That's one of his children again, and that one's a little incestual, so that one's a little bit messed up. Because
You're
also people
really
get confused that the Titans did not get busy with creatures to make babies. They're not on the same realm as everything else. If you spend too much time with the Titan, you could find out that you're having a child with it.
What do you think would happen if we were to bring all the parts of a Titan back together? Restored them.
They would wake up.
Is
They don't die. They're not capable of death.
that a good thing or a bad thing? I mean,
The world was more peaceful back then, although it was more chaotic. There were wars and always conflicts and fighting, but there's always wars and conflict now.
okay, I just want to make sure the world wouldn't just be.
Although, I do have to say, I never heard of the Quel'Tha until they disappeared.
Speaking of Quel'Tha, we did come across a bit of knowledge concerning the Great Library. You know, the one I speak of.
Yes,
Nephilim. All right, so
and she gives it real name.
yeah, so that one there's a Kaminoan lich still there that was
Yes, and she gives his name.
he he's affected by a Quel'Tha, but not controlled by the Quel'Tha. I forget how he. Anyhow, it is poisoning or corrupting the library.
Well, because he's not a living creature, the Quel'Tha can't use him like they do regular creatures.
That's right. Oh, so if you know him, do you know any information on him, like kind of spells we might be able to expect, or have this kind of combo?
If he's still alive, I would imagine. I'm surprised he's still a lich. I mean, the natural life cycle of a lich is to eventually become a demi-lich because they decide to move on from this existence because there's only so much they can learn before they realize our reality is too limited.
That when they just become a skull, or?
Yeah, that's not them anymore. They left, but their body, instead of totally crumbling away, all the evil and all the magic power they've done over their lifespan creates a new creature out of their shadow, basically.
Do you think his phylactery would be there in the library with him somewhere, or maybe on this plane?
If it wasn't in the library, he simply would have been destroyed and woken back up wherever it was.
Okay. Good to know. Did he favor any kind of spells?
He was a expert on all things lightning.
Lightning. Okay.
But he also was an expert at crafting magic items, and he loved everything to do with fear. he was known for making traps. And affecting the mind of the weak.
Think of ways we could counter fear.
That's one of the harder ones. Most people are just sort of resistant to it. I mean, you fighters you face fear every time you go into battle.
I'm just too dumb to know different.
Well, yeah.
It just looks like a fun place to go and throw some fireballs around.
So if we do have fear, or if someone's affected, would we be able to like just kind of punch another person to snap them out of it?
No, your best bet would be to try to render them unconscious. It can't be under the effect of mind control if you're taking a nap.
Well, it would still work if we punch him because it's just not punch.
So are you saying that mind affecting magic could possibly, like, say, confusion or something like that? Like, you can be confused and scared, or
Yeah.
I was hoping that.
I also have this spell remove fear, by the way. Just put them out there.
So we just need to like.
Clerics are good at that, especially battle clerics.
Just need to keep her from getting infected or affected. If she is, we need to beat her up until she's unconscious, then splash her with some health potion and wake her up. Then, all right, game plan set on that. All right, good.
Is there a way to render unconscious without actually doing damage?
There's lots of spells that do that.
Sleep, maybe?
Just suffocate her?
Well, we could cast sleep and then hit her and wake her up.
Just like cover her holes on her face?
I recommend you get someone other than the fighter to think of plans to do with unconsciousness, because that's a lot of fists involved.
Well, we could try a pillow and just hold a pillow over Eve's face so she's unconscious. Just have to time it right though, because she may.
We can just use awakening salts.
If
trying to get her to go to sleep, not wake her up.
If somebody is,
he keeps talking about punching her to wake her up.
If somebody is charmed,
but we have to put her out first.
If somebody is charmed, don't they still have to follow your instructions whether they're fearful or not?
Yeah.
Okay, I can charm Eve if she gets fearful, and be like,
she's gonna like that.
Does Eve have to be a willing participant, or is this a saving throw situation?
This is technically an attack.
Maybe she'd be even more afraid of being charmed.
It doubles the fear.
This is a will save situation. Yes, she would have to will save, and if she is frightened, if I'm not mistaken, her will saves go down.
I believe so.
Due to the frightened condition.
You would have to know that she's afraid, though, and how are you going to know? Any one of us, how are you going to know we're actually afraid?
Well, I mean, if anybody just freaks out and bolts away from the combat,
when we fail our saving throw,
that would be a pretty good indicator of fear. Is if you just kind of freak out and run away.
But you do that when you're not afraid.
Hey, cool fact: red dragons have fear.
I do that when I'm not afraid because I got to get range
on
the person that we're trying to attack. That's a completely different story, Winky.
Frightful presence.
Okay.
Completely different story, Winky.
The larger the dragon is, the more frightful their presence is, and the larger the effect of it is.
That's why Core's mom's so scary.
Core's mom's a farmer.
Oh. Your dad was the dragon?
No, somewhere long in the past there was a dragon, not anywhere in the near vicinity, because then he would have been a half dragon.
What does that look like? Man's face on dragon's body?
Features.
Oh. I didn't know if it'd be like a reverse mermaid situation.
So for this corruption in the library, do you think if we take care of the lich, it'll clear up, or do we have to like take some Clorox and spray it on the?
From what I understand, It was a nice place to go for a while, but then when the Kiminoans started messing around with that giant stone,
So maybe if we fix that area.
possible. Because
I
the
always-
the library is supposed to have some kind of defensive system that keeps things from getting out or getting in. And if they've messed with the stone enough, maybe the defense system is going crazy. All I know is last time I heard, last person who tried to go in was murdered.
Murdered.
Yes, I believe a hand came back out.
It was the butler with the candlestick in the library.
Interesting
The
hypothesis.
Lich is a butler?
Fancy lich. Jeez.
Yes. Yeah, I need to decide to use the candlestick.
Was it a
And I
thrall
do
or was
know...
it just a butler? Like
He just likes to buttle in the spare time.
Oh.
Okay.
He was. So he's a lich. There's a butler on this.
Yeah, and every now and then he
Oh, no, he's not a butler, but he likes to buttle.
Oh
Yeah, yeah.
So
And every now and again,
So he goes and takes over the minds of somebody else's driver, adds them to his thrall, and then just drives them around for the day, and then reveals, "Oh, by the way, I'm not your normal driver." And then adds
the
them
next
to
time
their
he does
thrall.
it, it's
He
called
just
a
wants to get-
rebuttal.
Maybe he's just very organized and just wants to get everyone's outfits together and laid out.
Mm. Maybe he just likes dressing people. That's weird.
Can't do
Well,
that.
immortality makes strange people.
It's hard to do that
Yeah.
if you're a demi-lich and don't have hands.
But not with the magic power they have.
Use mage hand. Just a floating skull in the corner getting you dressed. I'm not okay with this.
As a demi-lich, he can finally cast Mage Hand a second time. Have two.
And use 2 hands. He can do buttons now.
The plan is finally coming together.
At last, my pants are complete.
Yes.
Buttoned.
I spent eons trying to achieve this goal.
He has two more mage hands. 2 more mage hands moving the feet.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
No problem, man.
Anything else?
I think I have a lot to ponder.
Okay. I'm going to go back to reading. The conversation's boring me now.
Now.
Me too.
It's been boring me the whole time. Jeez. Can we go dig through some stuff?
She throws a stick so it bounces off your head and goes down the hallway.
I compulsively chase it.
Does she say fetch?
She doesn't have to. I'm already chasing it.
I say fetch.
I bring the stick back to Winky. And then shake my head in shame at what I've done.
You guys got a bunch of slobber on it. I throw it out of disgust right out the
Chase
window.
the stick again. Out the window? You have to say you throw the stick out the window all as one thing before I say I follow it.
I did.
Now I know how throwing a stick works.
Where's the window? Yeah, where's the window? Are
We
we on
lost
the
it.
second floor, the third floor? How far am
That
I
was a
falling?
super powerful wand you just threw away.
I mean, I'm out the window now.
Yeah, y'all found a stick inside of a library. That wasn't no stick.
Yeah. I have jumped to try and acquire the stick.
Now, when Nita ran after the stick, as he get to it, it just reappeared in her hand.
Oh, so I'm just falling out the window now.
No, that's
I'm,
Well,
you never
yes,
brought
why
this thing
not?
to me.
No, you're down the hallway.
oh, looking for the stick that is still in her hand.
Yep.
Gotcha. All right. I better
So it's-
understand the scenario.
It's like the fake ball throw,
yes.
but she actually threw it.
With
And
a
then
returning ring.
what a jerk.
Why does she have that?
I'm gonna pee on her leg.
she was ready for this scenario.
You're outside the room.
I scratch at the door.
Like a little puppy sounds at night.
Said, "Do you want to make
And I
a
go,
bottle?"
oh yeah, and I pull out my axe and cut the door down.
No.
No. I have thumbs. I can open the door.
So Hatala, So this whole death setup kind of got you thinking.
Well, yeah. I know that Kakar was saying that it affected him, but all of this, this all started with,
When the Fire
well,
Nation attacked.
it didn't start. I don't know anything about a Fire Nation, but when that jewel was stuck in my hand and you grabbed it, and then I had that voice in my head, that darkness, and it inhabited my shadow for all that time.
Yeah, geez, all this did
I-
start with you. Why do we keep you around?
I throw a dagger at him.
Ow!
Go in the side of his shoulder, his shirt.
Like, through my epaulette.
Yeah.
You didn't even look at him.
The aim is to miss, but hit just enough to be like, I won't miss if I want to. And because of my shadow being so affected, and then us actually having our shadows become their own people, I started to embrace light. I started to embrace what I thought was life, what I thought was a life titan idea. And now I'm realizing that that's not what it is. That I think that the embracing of the light is still good, but right now all I can see in the ideas and the everything that the Life Titan was about, that torturous attitude, my people suffered. And did that cause enjoyment to the Light Titan? It makes me sick. It makes me angry. And I do see that death is the release. Death is the peace. I've always held on to that belief. Ever since my mother told me my father died in adventure, I wasn't afraid of death. I knew that Pharasma was there, the Boneyard was there, that there was more beyond, and that what we do here helps us in that. And now I question, what is life but torture? I walk up to Nita, I grab my dagger, I pull it out, put it back in my belt, and I head and start walking in the direction we were going.
So, she's right. And I'm going to follow her anyway.
Okay.
Existence is pain.
Eve, I was
Are
a
you
little
using a
lost there.
baby
Was she-
spoon? Sorry.
Was she
He is.
trapped in life? Does she say she wants to die?
I think that's what.
I don't think so. No, I just think she's having a rough time.
Okay.
She'll get over it. It's okay.
A midlife crisis.
Or kind of
Hey,
overheard.
Tala, do you need something to eat?
I'm a halfling, it's a quarter life crisis. You already gave me something to eat, man.
You just seemed like a bad mood. I thought I'd offer something else to eat. You okay?
You got food?
I mean, always.
There's
I'm
our
gonna
food.
pull out my slices of cheese that I normally keep tucked away for myself.
I eat them.
So
no,
what
that
are you
says
pulling
boot
out from?
cheese.
it was
he
my
doesn't
foot
have
cheese.
Yeah. Of course, he's not wearing boots anymore.
The fungus cheese.
Or no, I think Atala, I think she's fine. She's kind of going through the same thing that I was mulling through in my brain. She just came to the realization a lot faster than I did, because I didn't have the past that she did or that I remember. I think it's going to be okay. I think
Okay.
she's going to be okay.
Right.
It's just, it is very shocking to have your core beliefs completely flipped on its head.
What about my beliefs?
No, not your beliefs, but your core.
Oh.
Like, yeah, not add the E. Yeah, add the E.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
There's an
Alright.
E in core.
No, there's no E in
So it
our
is core's
core.
beliefs then.
I mean, is that your core belief?
I think you're right.
This is
She'll be fine.
Oh, all right.
Let's go talk to some thieves and murderers now.
Yeah.
I prefer to call them
Thieves and murderers.
readjusters and assassins
Okay.
of
Thieves and
good.
murderers.
Assassins of good.
Thieves and murderers.
You know,
I don't
Hatala.
I don't like those terms.
I don't like your face.
I know.
Well, I mean, you are a gnome, so you would look different than me. Do you like your face?
I have a face.
I'm pretty sure you have a face. Have you never seen your reflection ever?
I
Well, I
like his
lived in
face.
underground
He
tunnels.
was raised by badgers.
Ah,
He was raised by
who's
badgers.
got the mirror?
He's the
Who's
best
got the
looking
mirror?
one of us all.
Who's got the mirror? I hold up the
I
mirror.
got, I got a helmet on, dude.
Do you like your face?
I just see metal.
Fitting for a blacksmith.
All right, moving.
All right, you make it to the guild. The guards greet you cautiously but firmly.
Hello.
Hatala.
You know,
Can we enter?
Hatala. You know, like I heard what you're saying back there before we kind of walk up. It's yeah, life seems like sometimes all it is pain and suffering, especially when that's what we're experiencing. But like, time progresses. There's always going to be good and bad, and the bad times is what we're going to focus on. So, much like this cheese, right? It went bad at one point. I wouldn't have touched it, and then it went bad so bad that it got good again. It's just as time goes, things are different. And it's all about the taste at the time.
What? Where did that cheese come from?
Cheese is just spoiled milk.
Need a. I appreciate you. This might be one of the first moments that I fully appreciate you.
Well, you know, I spent time at the boneyard as well. I don't know if we've ever outwardly
Yeah,
talked about it.
We've
but
talked a little bit. I would love to hear more about how things happen there. Obviously, we can't get into detail now, but look, I know that life can be hell and that a lot of people have gone through so many things, but my biggest problem right here is that the being that I thought was good and had good intentions took pleasure in the pain of the people of this world. And that sits wrong with me.
No one thinks that they're the bad guy in their own story. Everybody thinks that they're doing what's right in their own view. And that's the unfortunate part about this life is that it doesn't care. Much like the elements, much like fire. Fire burns indiscriminate of what it is. You know, life happens, and just as much as life is living and happiness, there's also death and loss. And it's just part of the scales as they tip, and you know that with the boneyard.
Right. You're not wrong.
Just can't always focus on the dark.
Well, that's why I focused on the light. I thought there was something different there, but it doesn't. It's not a big deal. It's not something that's going to push me away. It's not going to put. My goal, my focus, is what we are on. I'm just going to have to shift some of my viewpoints of what that is from now on.
Just like you shifted punching Brandon in the face.
Were you
Oh.
just eavesdropping on us?
Sorry. I have really good ears. I'm sorry. Sorry.
What did you just
hey,
say though?
Hey, we'd like to go see the Thieves Guild
No, you were
guy.
saying something earlier. You just scared me because like we were just in this moment, and then you just like started talking. What did you say?
You kind of changed how we were gonna go to an island to punch some dude in the face. You remember that?
Yeah, you don't have to like retell me my life, but
No. I mean,
I
I'm
get
just
what you're
saying,
saying.
but you've kind of shifted gears a little bit. But
Oh.
I'm sorry. I'm
You're not.
I'm sorry.
You're not wrong either. Maybe forgiveness is what I need for the Life Titan right now, but let's say that at the moment the Life Titan is like Doxer was to me then. If it came up to me, even though it's powerful and whatever, I might just want to punch it in the face first thing.
Like I said, I
think
always
it's
got your
Jet.
back. I'm ready to punch too. I'm gonna make can you make me an arrow that's made out of a fist so that I can shoot it just for the punch? It'll be a special arrow.
You want a boxing glove arrow?
Yeah,
I am
just for
100%
you.
behind that.
Just for you. Whenever you say
Why?
shoot it, I'm gonna use it. Hopefully, I hit. Not one of my allies.
The boxing glove's a little too heavy, and it just goes.
It's all on the back of the head.
Hey, I need one more of those.
It says, "Stop hitting yourself."
I need one more of those. I missed.
No kidding. Rubbing
Hey,
the back
can
of
you
the head.
give
Can
me
I put
the
returning on it? So it always
Yeah.
comes back and
There you
hits him.
go. Put a returning rune on it, and then I can reuse it.
Fires, it goes 50 feet, and then comes back and just smacks him in the face.
Yeah, it's not how it returns, but yeah, that'd be awesome. All right, I'm
Sorry for eavesdropping. I'm sorry.
Just try to take a peek at your feet.
So
No,
the guards are just staring at y'all.
Hello, we would like to enter. I walk in.
They've been waiting for y'all to do something. Y'all walked up. They said hello, and then y'all just sat there having philosophical conversations and telling jokes.
Well, to be fair, Peyton was trying to have this conversation since 7 o'clock. So
I have 12 messages back to back that are try again. You should try again. No, try again now.
And I did
said, don't give up. Say it before we go in.
I did say while I was doing my eavesdropping that I turned around and said that I wanted to speak with the guild master.
Yeah, and they're waiting for y'all to do something because you're just standing at the entrance.
Having a very heartfelt conversation.
Atala, what are we supposed to do again? I don't remember.
We've been doing this the entire time.
I'm gonna improvise some hand
Tell
signs.
them about what's going on. We tell them what we're doing. They let us know what they can do to help us. It's not that complicated.
Sorry, I was more involved in y'all's conversation. I'm sorry.
I already walked in, bro.
I hope you're meeting with him. What was this guy's name?
He doesn't know where to go, so
he's just walking in circles.
Walking around.
He's like, anybody got any holy water? I want to attach it to my hammer. Heard that was a good idea. All right,
apparently he's looking for a duck and some holy water and trying to figure out how to use them. I mean, trying to find a traveling duck salesman is easy to do.
Yeah, and especially have tape.
Whatever that is.
Yeah, whatever that is.
Do you have any grapes?
How does this
Staples.
world not have tape? That's what?
Tape is a kind of complicated thing, man.
It is a piece of paper that's sticky.
No, that's
Yeah, and most sticky is made of either hide glue or tree resin.
So it'd be more like
They boil it before using it.
be like deer glue. If that's deer glue in a strip.
Dear glue, you've held it together for so long. Don't give up now.
We need to make some duct tape called deer glue.
No, you just need to make deer
The
glue.
most strongest duct tape you'll ever see, but it's called deer glue. It holds everything. Leather on top, glue on the bottom. It's never going anywhere.
So is it shaped like a duck? Why would it still be called duct tape?
It's made of tree sap.
It's
made
made
by
of
a
tree sap
quack.
and it's called deer tape.
Not shaking like a deer. It's from deer straps.
Okay. You're inside the Thieves Guild. What do you do?
We are going to work up a meeting with the guild leader.
All right, you find him in his office. Greetings.
Greetings.
Salutations.
We have an
Man,
inconceivable.
what happened to your head?
What hasn't happened?
He's a were-dwarf now.
Okay. Wow.
I know I'm pugly, but it'll be okay.
We come bringing news of our travels and ask for aid in the next steps. From what I hear, you have done a large change within the guild, and I appreciate you for it. Things here are much better than they were.
Our business is a little bit more above board. We actually have some allegiances with the kingdom. We still do crime, but we're a little bit nicer about it.
I mean, you can't be a
don't say
thieves
that.
guild
He's
without
kind of a
crime.
narc. Oh, point to core.
I don't know if he would be a narc.
I think he is. He looks.
I feel like he keeps secrets pretty well. Better than
Oh,
probably most of us.
He looks at me weird.
All right,
every time
no,
I
hold
get
on.
my pipe out.
Okay, so we're going to attack Brigham Meyer,
Oh yeah, sorry.
and we
Oh,
need
wow.
whatever help can be offered because we're stopping the attack of the other world beings called the Quel'Th and the Kiminoan Lich that is within. We are trying to stop them, and this involves everyone in our entire world for this to need to stop. So we're trying to see everybody and see what help we can get from any of them. It's up to you, but we need as much help as we can get to make sure that this is going to be successful.
We don't have much that can assist. I mean, I know a few marksmen who could probably be useful for fighting some of your dragons, but they're not going to be good on their own. So as long as you have troops to station them with, we can send a couple of marksmen. We can also make a little bit more of a truce that we won't do anything particularly bad with the Southern Kingdom if they want to commit more troops. We're already helping them with the cultists. We've been doing pretty good with that because they've given us carte blanche to steal everything they have.
Sounds like a fair deal.
Yeah, we've actually driven them mostly out of this half of the kingdom, and they're out on the other half.
Honestly, that sounds like a lot that would be able to help us out. We will mark you down for marksman, and I think the next thing we're going to do is to... Core, do you think we could talk to the king, get an audience?
Yeah, we could send a
Once you
request.
speak to Eric.
Yeah. We'll go find Eric, and then we'll send a runner to request an audience with the king.
Okay.
After you've done everything you've done so far, it's already like 3 in the afternoon. So you're gonna finally run into Eric probably closer to dinner time. Basically, he messaged y'all that meet him in the same place you met last time, the inn.
Okay, okay. If I see Emma, I want to give her a big hug.
Who?
Emma.
His daughter.
Oh, you mean my girl? Yeah, your daughter.
She's married
Yeah.
to the Muffin Man.
I'm on my bed.
I'm sorry.
Give her husband a gift, a muffin basket.
All right. So y'all head to the inn.
Yes.
All right, you get to the inn around dinner time, and you see some of Eric's men, but he's not there yet.
Time for dinner.
All right. You eat with Eric's men, and they're having a little bit of frivolity. Apparently, they've just come back from a mission to take out a contingent of cultists that were trying to cross from the other half to the Beastlands.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, how did Stinky's campaign be going?
They're the only ones that seem to be doing good. Those that retreated to the other half of the kingdom, they have allied themselves with some of the rebels on that side and are stirring up trouble, but the kingdom has been fairly successful at rooting them out thanks to all the information the guild has been finding.
These are the ones.
They apparently aren't very good at hiding from the Thieves Guild.
This is out east
No,
in
that's
the,
right.
in the Beastlands.
In the Beastlands, we have yet to been able to beat them in any conflicts. It's been mostly stalemates and outmaneuvering. It seems that Stinky is an incredible tactician. From what we understand, he hasn't lost a single troop yet in this engagement.
Troop? That's pretty good.
Oh.
Now, it doesn't help that most of his troops are also about 4 times the size of most humans, but
It's hard to misplace those.
his apparently he recruited an entire tribe of hobgoblins, a few ogres, and a couple of giants.
Who are we talking about?
Your mama. I don't know, something about hobgoblins.
It's Stinky.
Your shadow.
Oh, I kept hearing something that sounded like my name, and I was like, "What's happening?"
Yeah, in fact, the strangest thing is he rides into battle on the back on a specially prepared apparatus that he apparently made himself on the back of a fire giant.
So he's made his own like fire giant saddle.
It's like
Essentially.
a little room for him.
A room.
I've got this this Thunderdome image in my head of the the big guy with, I forget their names. But you got the little guy that rides behind.
Not the Goliaths, but the one of those. It's been so long.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and I believe he's even managed to. The last rumor we heard before we lost our last scout was that he had managed to hook up with a group of hags for magical support.
That sounds like a bad life decision.
And hooking up with hags is...
No, he's actually subjugated them and made them part of his clan. He somehow convinced them that it was better to do that than to fight against him.
So he won him over with love.
No, he's not known for that.
Maybe
Most likely, he
threaten them.
probably killed half of them.
Oh, so fear.
Thanos type style.
Was that the shadow one that we couldn't figure out who she was? That was in the different plane that we couldn't really see, but we could see. You remember the?
Thought she got killed.
Yeah, y'all killed that one.
Oh, okay.
The one you couldn't figure out was Steve.
Okay.
That's why everyone was afraid of Eve when they saw her.
Yeah, that's right. Okay. That's
And
right.
Steve and Tala. They're the ones that linked up with Stinky. Oh, it was Shatala. I apologize. No,
It was T'Challa.
it was Tatala.
And Store was killed in combat.
Oh no! Well, he
Store was killed.
shouldn't have been in combat. He was a Shadows
He
guy.
tried to be an assassin.
Yeah,
He tried to assassinate the king of the Southern Kingdom, and his magic guard killed them.
yeah.
Well, that take care of one of them. Hopefully, that's what happens to all of them. We don't have to do anything.
And Steedip is well known in the community because everyone loves him.
He's just chill.
He basically runs a racket fencing materials, and he's so good at it that even the guardsmen haven't been able to find him committing any crime.
Wow.
He's the godfather.
Yes, he's basically a charismatic leader of criminals.
Was he the father of?
One of the gods. He didn't specify.
No, he
No.
is a godfather.
Of who?
He's a gang leader.
I don't.
He has
know
a
what
gang?
No, he's the god. He's the godfather
With
of
children?
No, what?
Nita. No, he's the godfather of Nita. I guess. I don't know. Like
Can't just say
He's
that and
he's
then
your
eat out of
daddy?
Wicked Baby's foot.
No, you ain't my dad.
Well,
This is a
he's
cell phone.
disconnected. Yeah, he's disconnected.
I don't know what we're talking
Yeah.
about. The
And
actual main thread.
Steedip has actually contributed to the kingdom, so he's actually on good standing with the king.
Nice.
That's all.
He was the first to fall away from the cloth ways.
Because Nidip is more in the way, so it's opposite of Nidip.
Well, man, I would think that Nidip's pretty loyal, and I think that Steedip is like, nah, I ain't about that. Yeah, I'm not about that.
Yep.
I mean,
He is altruistic and charismatic.
The things that Nadep is not.
And Core is calculating and tactical and capable, and Store was just a blazing
Bumbling idiot.
trying to kill everyone.
Leroy Jenkins.
Yep, he was Leroy Jenkins, and it went about exactly as you expected.
He had about a
That explains
3.3%.
why Winky is so good at planning.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Stinky.
But I'm not bad at planning. What are you talking about?
It's not my point. It's not about that. It's about the fact that normally you're just hit it with a hammer.
And you follow
you're
whatever
kidding.
plan they make most of the time.
Look, you can make a plan. I'm not saying you can't. But this guy's like, people are getting behind him. Of course,
You guys
it's
are
like
always behind
fear.
me in a fight.
Right, but we're not afraid of you, but that's because you're nice, not because you're not strong. Where's Eric?
He just finished up a meeting with the king. I believe he's setting up y'all's meeting for tomorrow.
How do you know we needed a meeting?
We sent a runner.
Oh, cool.
So you sent a runner that y'all were here in town and needed to speak with him. He figured it was because you wanted to talk to the king.
Oh yeah, that was it. We totally planned that from the beginning.
Eric is just
And
he's a tactician, so you came to town and it's not just to have a chat with him.
while I'm penciling in talk to King under talk to Eric in the list.
Eventually, Eric returns. Hello, friends. How did your adventures go?
Pretty good. We
Almost died.
set the
That's
Lich
normal.
King of the Kaminoans free.
That
Prob-
doesn't sound good.
yeah, probably set free an unkillable assassin that you can kill. That also happened.
That
mean, we-
sounds even worse.
Nita found a sword.
There is a sword now. That's positive. So
You found a sword
yeah,
too?
Carr also has a sword.
You found a
Oh
rapier,
yeah, and I
so-
like.
Hey, he's got an
look,
eye on his chest
So
too.
you know, 2 great evils into the world, but we have 2 new swords. That kind of
Heard
balances
that
out,
you
right?
took out the dead zone, so all the undead are gone. That's good.
Hmm.
It's true.
and
it's true.
it's starting to grow back. We saw
That's
trees and,
decent.
and saplings popping up as we were leaving.
Which is a good
Cool.
thing, because a car vowed to replant the entire forest before we even knew we could cure the Deadlands.
Oh yeah, by the way, I have a new deity, Eric. Yeah.
You mean Kenethus?
Yeah, that guy.
How'd you know?
Pretty cool.
We found him with some articles of Kenethus.
What beach did you find him on?
Son of a.
North, near the Cinder Kingdom.
North Beach in the Sinner Kingdom.
Can you put
It's
that out on the
directly
map?
west of Lorne, on the ocean. He pulls out his map and he updates your map for you. So hold on.
Is the map. The map. The map.
Map.
The map.
The map.
The map. The map. The map. The map.
Really?
That's your dad.
Who's your
Don't
flame
worry.
warrior? My dad.
I'm your
Don't
real father.
worry. Don't
I'm
worry.
stuck with him. You chose him.
Don't worry. In like 26 years, you're gonna act just like him.
No,
He
I
acts
wanna.
like me now. I don't know.
Yeah, no, right.
It's ingrained in you. You're gonna act just like it, and you're gonna love it. You're gonna love
Nah.
every minute of it. Yes,
Not
you will. Yes, you will. Trust me, you will.
Stop talking to me like I'm a baby.
You gotta eat the food. You gotta eat it.
You gotta take it. You gotta.
Here comes the spoon. It's got the nasty baby food on it.
He gives you an updated regional map of the ocean area nearby.
Oh, snap.
Hey, this would have been useful when we were sailing.
And he was found just north of this town.
Okay.
In the darkness.
Find them.
Oh yeah. I don't know what it means on the map. I've never seen it on the map.
Never seen a map before?
I've
I've
never
had this map the whole
seen. I've
time.
never seen this location on a map before. But
Why is he such a compulsive liar? We know he's seen a map. Like he's a ranger. Like, what the hell, man? I mean, when are we gonna address this?
You're gonna make him. You're gonna put him in a dress?
Sure.
No, he said he was gonna
why
address
not?
this.
It wouldn't matter. He's got that
Anyway.
silly ring.
Eric tells you they found him on a training mission when he was bringing a band of troops from the town above to the town below, and they found the shipwreck.
So he crashed on like a standard transport mission.
No, they left. Is that? Excuse me.
You know they get choked up, Atala.
Atala, look, I know you have your snacks, but Just wait till you're done eating before you try and like. I know you're excited. Can't be
Eric-
like dying over here and using
his
up.
dad and
healing
his
spells.
dad took him to keep him protected and sailed him out of the Deadlands. But his dad like died or something, or like undied, or I don't know.
But Eric, you always told me you found me in a field.
A field of beaches.
It was a field next to the water. You weren't actually in the boat wreck anymore.
Uh,
Oh, he was in grass.
He
was in a
apparently
field of
crawled out
dreams.
of the boat.
Or someone dragged him out of the boat.
That too. Could have been.
how old did I appear when you found me?
It was about 15 years ago. I mean, how old are you now?
Well,
You
I
look
believe
about 15
I'm
years older since I found you.
28.
Yeah, you looked in your teens. I don't know exactly how old you were because I don't know when you were born. But you've aged about what I would expect for someone that time period.
Okay, that's starting to make a little sense, I guess. I mean, given my heritage, yes. I mean, that makes a little sense.
Come on.
I mean, you're only a half elf, so you still age fairly like a normal person. You'll just live about 100 years longer.
I just don't understand why I don't remember him.
Well, you were injured when we found you. You had bumped your head pretty bad.
Nita,
Actually,
hit
why-
me!
I comply.
You weren't Fred Flintstone, so it's not going to fix it.
Oh, I was going to help as well.
Oh,
Me too.
oh, yeah, that didn't help. That
Didn't
hurt.
help. Hit him harder.
All right.
No,
Punch him.
no.
Punch
Are you
him.
done?
It was more
That was
of a
pretty hard.
Wolverine than a Fred Flintstone.
That was
Punch
pretty
in
hard.
circle.
He's got a really big fist.
If
you
nothing
guys,
else, we
like-
need to practice our fear and charm stuff. Gotta
Yeah.
knock him out.
Should we fear him first?
I'm the one that has charm. You can't. What the?
I have
Hit him
charm too,
harder.
I
He
think.
has. He's trying to charm us.
Yeah.
Smack him.
Okay.
Oh, I'm assuming y'all do plan to talk to the king?
Yes.
Hmm.
You think?
Yes.
I'm the king.
I don't know. We
Mickey's the
mentioned-
king. You should go tell the king that. Go tell the king that you're the king.
We will be
should walk
going
in.
to Brigham Meyer soon. Fill him in on the Brigham Meyer situation.
Yeah, I was informed after y'all had your meeting at the tree.
Oh yeah, I forgot we started that message system between the trees.
Yeah, we can temporarily bring our troops away from looking for the cultists if you want.
Hmm.
Or we can continue going after the cultists down here. Your choice.
It actually seems like it would be helpful to keep them occupied down here.
I don't want to get the cultists any more footing than is necessary.
Right.
Yeah, they found
Right.
another ruin in the western shores.
No reason losing our footing where we have progress with the cultists now that we'll have to only make up later.
Absolutely.
And I don't think we're. Not that we don't need the help, but I think that,
Well, it is helpful.
yeah, it would be helpful, not necessarily in the same spot.
I think we're to a point where we might have it somewhat well in hand. I don't want to risk. The risk is not worth the reward.
Oh my gosh! Can somebody tell the lute player to play a different song this time? I know it may only be the only thing he learned at Bard College, but
What's a bard?
a sad excuse for a player.
No, they don't exist.
A musician. How about that? That fit better?
Yes.
Okay. A minstrel. Do we have
Played in
minstrels?
band
That
class.
works too.
Do we have bicycles?
Yes, but they're the big, giant, round wheel kind.
Do we have minstrels on bicycles?
Nope.
Do we have 2 people bicycles?
No, I was just wondering if there's a minstrel cycle rolling around.
Oh my god.
Aren't y'all glad I found my personality from the sound check to now?
Mhm.
Apparently, you need to throw it back in the trash.
Okay.
Yeah. After you have anything specific you want to talk to Eric about before y'all go to bed?
Don't think so. Not for me.
Eric, did you know something when we met you in that tavern?
That's a very loaded question. Know what?
Everything.
Obviously, it could all have been happenstance. Each of us goes into a tavern separately, and we walk out a team ready to solve this incredible problem. I know that you've got history with all of this situation, but
Okay. No, I did not know any of you before this. But I can tell you that night, I normally don't eat in the tavern. I have a home nearby. That night, I really felt like I needed to be there for some reason. It was like something was drawing me to that tavern that night, and I didn't know why until after everything went down, and I realized if I had been at home, no one but my own men would have been there to protect me.
I felt drawn to the tavern too. Like there was a whimsical draw though for me. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, Eve, Core, and Winky, thinking back, you all had that feeling too, and you're not sure why. It was not a big major thing. Like you were walking along, you saw like 3 different taverns you could have stopped at, and you were like, this is the one I feel like I should go to.
I don't know if canonically
It
I
would have
was made it to that
no.
tavern.
It was Eve,
Sorry.
Winky, and Needip. Core was with Eric,
Well,
Yeah, that's right.
Eric brought me in the next day.
I
Which
apologize.
means-
I forgot about that.
which means if a car was 15 years ago with Eric, then the Core and the car knew each other, and they have never told us.
I was in a troop of Eric. I was just
Yeah.
there
You
to
were
talk.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You just found it on the side of the road.
No. He knew of him professionally, not as a. It was not part of his organization.
Oh, okay. I'm there. I got you.
He knew him organizationally.
That makes sense.
Which is why he knew I was looking for work. Why he would bring me in to help run down and protect Willem.
Understood.
So you were drawn to the inn
To the tavern.
tavern.
We were. There was drinking and merriment, and then badness. Very, very badness. And if I hadn't seen Eric step up and start to help people, I'm not sure if I would have done anything because it just kind of you weren't expecting it. The kind of things that were happening, it's not just wasn't normal. Of course, that's the way it's been ever since that day.
The non-normal is now normal. So now it's not normal when things are normal.
Yeah, when we have a good day, it doesn't even make sense. I'm tired.
So bedtime then. Oh, or bed though. I did want to tell Emma, hey, we're gonna have like a little gonna go down and meet Hatala's mom and have a little family dinner. Just want to invite you down too.
Oh, sure.
Can bring Muffin
And
Man
her
too.
husband's like, yeah, meet the in-laws of the friends in-laws. I guess. Sorry, that sounded better in my head.
Yep. Maybe I'll remember your name eventually.
We were looking for him
Let's just
forever.
call him Dad.
It's all good. Ready. Well, then to bed then.
Okay.
Choo choo. Did anything bad happen overnight?
Nope. Your night goes peacefully without any conflicts, and in fact, it's the best sleep y'all have had in a while. You all wake up more refreshed than you've woken up in a long time.
Scared of it.
The heck are you doing, Nita?
Oh, I'm sorry. I have been pulling
It's
apart
blurred, so I can't see exactly what you're doing.
I've been pulling apart a felt sheet into fibers, and now I'm taking the fibers and turning it into a string.
Ah,
Why?
Are you doing the Flemish
Um,
knot?
No, I'm doing a standard fiber, and then you twist and pull.
Ah, okay.
It's like turning yarn.
Oh,
I'm fidgeting is what I'm doing.
That's the Flemish where you twist the turn, twist and turn, twist and turn.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the Flemish. That's how you make bowstring.
Just always made like emergency rope and stuff like that out of barks and other
okay.
natural
Yeah.
fibers.
Yep.
The next day, nope.
Next day,
To go back.
The
to
next
the other-
day, you wake up to clear skies and crisp air.
Crisp air. How
There's
can
a
air
little
be
chill in
crisp?
the morning. Even though it's summertime, there's a little chill in the morning.
Nice. It's always good to have it be a little chilly.
I prefer a stew.
But isn't chili a stew?
No, it's a chili. Chili is a soup.
But you don't really eat the soup part of it. It's more of a food, like a stew.
A stew has to do more with the type of cut of meat used. Chili is ground meat.
Hold on.
I mean, this is a super interesting discussion, but let's get on to something
Riveting.
more pertinent. More pertinent.
All right. Did you see your message?
No, I'm assuming you said something to me. Boop a doop. That's weird. Why are my clothes floating to me? But just like as I'm getting ready these are the thoughts going through my head. And I kind of come out and look around for Hatala and kind of pull her off to the side and be like, "Hey, you notice anything weird this morning?"
No.
Okay.
What's
My-
wrong?
Ever since the like magic stuff was happening where we couldn't use magic, I've been like really paying attention to just weird things going around us. You never know when something great's gonna happen around us. I was like getting
Right.
dressed this morning, like my clothes seemed to not move like normal.
What do you mean not move like more normal?
Like if you were putting on a shirt, you'd expect it to like go on a certain way, and fall a certain way.
Was it like somebody was helping you put it on?
Maybe. Did a car get a new ring? Is he
No,
being
I'm just-
creepy, helping people get dressed and not?
I'm smiling really big right now.
Oh, was it you?
Ooh,
Did you
Hatala
help
got
me
a new
get
ring.
dressed?
Well, you seem so happy about the possibility of somebody helping somebody get dressed with mage hand. I figured I'd help you out this morning.
Well, that was interesting. Yeah, that was cool.
All right,
Thanks.
it's a one-time thing, unless like you need it for a
Hatala is
future
now
or something.
Nadep is now just like confused. Like, I mean, that was nice, but that was weird. But that was nice, but why? Like, I don't know. So this could be Nadep's internal monologue today, is trying to figure out the reasoning behind Hatala. What
I'm just-
alternative motives, or what was she really doing? Or
Just laughing my head off inside.
gotcha.
Let's just wait until the depth starts thinking about buttling versus that's normally a male job. Is she's not male? She didn't buttle
my God.
really. So did she maid or maiden? She just maiden? Or
I honestly thought that he was gonna think it was the lich. But it probably was enough time that he totally forgot he said it.
Yes, that's my
So,
guess.
And I just woke up.
Yep, you're just like, what's going on?
Why
I don't understand.
are my clothes? This is not how clothes move.
Or, yes, his name's Lufkin. That's his last name, Lufkin.
Lufkin? Who? The king?
No,
Son-in-law.
son-in-law.
Oh, son-in-law.
Remember, love kin, like love your kin.
Oh, but don't say it like that because it's wrong.
No, it's like Lovekin. I just want to like keep
It's
pushing that, so he
Lufkin.
screws his name up and
I
says it
put in
unironically.
all of my notes. I always called him Lufkin. I don't have his first name. I got his first name somewhere, but like I don't know where. Reuben.
Yes,
Reuben Lufkin. I
Reuben.
just,
Professor Reuben Lufkin.
Reuben. I've been thinking.
ever since that came up, I've been searching for it.
Okay, so you'll go to meet the king?
Yes.
Yes, Core is going to talk to the king.
Okay.
Unless Eve wants to talk to the king.
All right, you make it to the king's hall, and the king is on his little throne, and you see his group of mages around him as usual.
Good morning.
But even the mages seem to acknowledge y'all with a wave.
Good morning, King. Highness.
Morning. What news have you brought today?
So much has transpired, but what brings us here is that we are going to try to enter Briggenmire.
Ooh, that's a nasty place.
Yes. We've got quite a good inroads on how to take care of several of the tasks set before us. But we were wondering if you had any assistance you might be able to provide. We don't necessarily need help with the main Dragon Queen, but any of the surrounding monsters or
I think my army's busy fighting the cultists currently.
I keep my armies in my sleeveys.
If you have standard troops available still, we can spare a few of my mage guard.
Oh, that would be wonderful.
Some assault mages would probably be handy.
We're gonna all be meeting at Fort Walsh. We haven't quite set a date for this to happen yet, but we can send a message.
Yes, no problem. We can reply with that as well.
Okay. I assume not to just speak directly to you. You have a point of contact.
I'm going to say, would you prefer to go through Eric or talk directly?
Yeah, if you have a direct point of contact, that'd be fine.
He makes a motion, and one of the mages jumps down off the ledge and lands next to him and walks forward and introduces himself.
There's a mage on a lead?
He's got the mages around the top of the room.
Oh, okay.
We've
Okay.
been here
Basically,
before, Hatala.
They're in a position that they can fire
They were
magic spells down.
statues!
They're in a position that they can fire spells down without any interference,
No, I think I do remember.
and they can't accidentally hit each other.
It's a Minotaur head. It's just the
Can we
head.
send a car? Can we send Cordo to train with them? I mean, a car to train with them?
They're not using bows.
Oh,
Mages. I'll set up.
Maybe they need to send Neat up to train with them.
yes, that's fine.
Except for you're not a mage.
Send Hatala.
Keep me from getting shot in the back.
Yeah, I set up all the pertinent details with the person. Thank you, Jonathan. We will speak with you again later.
Very well. Let us know how it goes, and my men will be prepared.
Okay.
I have a few men who are former hunters and know some of the beasts.
We've got some good kobolds and some good goblin help as well. To maybe when they bring the information in, we could get that knowledge on how to get around them or defeat them.
Goblins? I've heard of those being friendly up in the Central Kingdom.
Yeah, they're actually right on the northern border. I don't know if you remember where Bastool is, but there's
No, I've never heard of that.
Well, if you make a right at Eric's house, go down that road before Anturkum, there's
I know Anturkum.
Yep. Well, there'll be a little goblin town there now.
Oh, neat.
You happen to be in need of any iron or any other metal? Got a little mine going. Alrighty. Well, I guess we'll be on our way then. Thank you for the audience.
It was good meeting with you.
Is there any help you need with there's not really much we can do to assist, but
No, from what my men tell me, that the cultists have found another ruin somewhere to the west. Once we identify the ruin, we may need assistance to break that open like the last one.
interesting. Alright, absolutely. We would be good to trade helping hands.
Y'all have a good day.
You as well. Farewell.
All right. Y'all make it back to the dock side of town. Where do y'all wish to go
Anyone-
now? Are y'all going to go to the Halfling Lands?
Is there a way we can make it to Akar's beach easier or anything like that? Just curious.
To reach the town there, you have to go by boat because there are no roads to it. And
Yeah,
to
so
reach the
it would be the
Halfling Lands, you have to go by boat as well.
Oh, wait. Okay.
There are barges that go upriver to trade with the Halflings. The river over here. There's docks at the river for goods to go upstream to the halflings for trade, and then they float back down naturally.
My entire map is. Oh, there it went. It was black.
We don't have any need to travel really anywhere else, do we?
Well, right now the only things that we haven't done is meet with my mother and get to Akar's beach. Those are the only other things left that we plan. Unless there's something we should do that we hadn't thought about.
Don't believe so. That pretty much covers it. Minutes. We're gonna go catch a boat.
A really big boat. You can find ships that are headed towards that dock for trade because they do most of their business with the capital, or with one of the cities on the west. So there are ships that are constantly running to the port, and then from there they have transport ships that go up the river fairly regularly too. Basically every couple of days there's one going in each direction. Since the halfling lands aren't the most fertile for growing grains and things like that, they get a lot of their trade goods of foods from further north.
Right.
So you hop on a boat.
Hop on a boat.
And the ship is actually sailing all night.
Can I do the message ritual in the boat so I can send a message to my mother to
Yep.
let her know? Yeah.
So you send your mom a message, something she's never experienced before.
Of course. But I wanted her to know there was a bunch of people about to show up at her place.
You better have plenty of food
Sure,
ready.
it's like it's gonna be
Get
like
the
an angel.
shotgun.
It's like, be not afraid. This is your daughter.
Be not.
All right. The day passes without any major incidents at sea. This part of the ocean is actually fairly calm, and boat travel is fairly regular. So you see a lot of like fishermen and other boats out in this area. Most of the troubles in the waters are further north, so it's not a problem here. It's unlike the ocean near the island where Eve is from. And the whole next day is a nice, peaceful day. Just a light rain throughout the day. And you make it to the docks where the river barge is currently being loaded to go up north, or down south. If you're actually saying words, you're muted.
I have not.
He's talking to someone else. And y'all just take the barge upstream?
Yes, yes we do.
At the end of the day, after going upstream, you come to where the river widens out into a bit of a lake. And the area is actually fairly lush, and there are small farmsteads on both sides of the lake. And when they stop for the night, both sides send boats, small boats, over to the ship that's docked, and they do some trading with them. The only thing of note, you notice that there are a couple of half-orcs in the party that comes up to do some trading. And they get a little bit violent with some of the traders, but the traders don't seem to mind and seem used to it. And one of them even jokes as one of the ones that gets violent, saying that how he's going to, in his words, he's going to shove tassels on his teeth so that he dangles around and drools sparkly bits. And apparently that makes the orc stop being complaining, laugh, and slap the guy on his back.
Hmm. Maybe we need to straighten him out.
I've never really seen a very friendly orc. I don't know about you guys, but he seemed pretty casual.
So
What do
you're
you mean?
saying that the merchant who travels this route all the time was really good talking with the people that he trades with all the time?
That's kind of racist, man. Think all orcs act the same.
Why is it always going to be about?
Jeez.
I've never seen it
A little
before. I'm just
presumptive.
mentioning. Why is
Some
it
of
always
us,
got about hate and all that?
I don't know. You're the one that, I mean, no,
I've just
it's
said
all
I've
good.
never seen it before.
Why do you suddenly have an accent?
Are you trying to
Because I
sound
feel like I'm being
less?
attacked.
Okay.
So you're
So
trying to
when he
sound
get-
more,
Or
non,
posh.
non-traveled. I don't know.
To be honest with you, I haven't really seen much
Heard a
orcs
note.
in my travels at all, honestly.
And it was a group of half-orcs that were basically bullying a guy. Is that right?
Yep.
Bullying the trader?
Yeah.
Okay.
And the trader basically did the same level of energy back to them, but with a little bit more vehemence, and they all laughed.
Hmm.
I just find it curious. I've never seen it before. Is this something you guys see all the time? I haven't seen it with you.
Are you asking us this, or are you asking the merchants?
I'm asking you guys, the party that I'm traveling with. Since
Well,
y'all attacked me,
angry?
We're not
It's-
attacking you. I asked you a question.
If
I
orcs
Well,
felt
they didn't attack
attacked and
you.
berated.
what are we talking about?
The fact that they had an interaction.
I thought we were talking about
He asked if we.
if
seen
half
that
orcs were
before.
angry. Is that
I've never seen half orcs act in that way.
Have you ever seen half orcs?
yes? We just
yeah.
ate dinner with one last night.
Yeah, on the battlefield.
Wait, you have fought people on the battlefield? Where?
with
15
Eric.
years? Oh, I guess you were with Eric for 15 years.
Yeah, with
maybe.
Eric's men.
Look,
Yes,
this is
they
the
only-
same route I took to get up here.
I've never been
Almost
down
over
this
10
far
years ago
south.
now.
I've never been with you guys this far south.
Well, I think it doesn't matter. We need to go straighten these guys out.
None of us have been with each other this far south. Wait, you want to do what?
Come on,
Cora?
Winky, help me out. Let me go approach these guys.
Okay.
Hey,
Wait, Core.
hey,
You also notice that Nadip is a full dwarf today.
hey!
No, he's just
You
gone.
guys! I want to talk to you. Come over.
He's staring at his little sausage dwarf fingers.
I wanna talk. I wanna talk real nice.
Yeah, real nice.
Everybody's acting really weird.
You guys,
And I don't know.
you guys do this all the
The
time?
trader tells you to hush it.
Who? Who are you talking to?
Trader.
The trader's telling me?
Yeah. Shut your trap. You're a passenger.
Oh,
Core.
Can you swim?
Core.
Well, yeah.
man, you got
Core.
Don't let me
Don't
talk to
make
you
me
like
do
that.
this, Core.
Carrying 250 pounds of weight on your neck.
He was already
I can handle
handling it.
that.
Core, don't make me do this.
Do what?
He's gonna
What are you
charm you.
doing?
Please, just go for it. Let's see what happens.
What is it?
What a mess. Come walking up with some snacks.
Ridiculousness.
I think a car likes
I
corn.
cast charm on Core.
Wow.
Look, the merchant was dealing with his own problem. A car got some kind of weird racist remark. Then Core decided that he wanted to, I don't know, defend the merchant's honor. It's gotten out of hand. Now I think a car is trying to charm Core. So
I'm so confused.
Well, here, I got some snacks. We're going to sit back on this bench and watch what happens.
Did you see your message, Nita?
yeah, you're
Oh,
a dwarf.
I'm a
Homeless
dwarf
life.
today.
I
stats you got, bro?
fell.
Yep, you are charmed.
Core, hey, mind get back on the boat, bud?
Yeah. Not a
All right,
problem,
cool.
I guess.
Yeah, let's continue on with our journey. We don't want to get too sidetracked.
And that
Focus.
lasts until the next morning.
Focus on the mission. Got it.
No.
Yeah. Mission first.
All right.
Stay focused.
Do we need to go to attack the dragon now?
No, we're gonna go see Atala's mom. That's our mission right now. Yeah.
Gotcha. Don't attack her.
Yeah. Please don't.
Got it.
Please don't.
Why would you attack her mother?
Yeah, a car.
Carr never said anything about attack anything. We're going to go see her and visit her.
Why did you talk yourself in the third person?
He does it all the
Weirdo.
time. Let's just move on.
Because I was answering your question and role playing at the same time.
I'll
so
go. I'll stand at the bow of the ship on the
Why
barge.
are you role playing? What?
Oh no! Act like natural core.
Are you trying to
Winky and
convince
Nita,
I
yourself?
am natural. This is who I am. What are you saying?
Winky and Nita both recognize that Core currently has flaming red hair.
Uh-oh.
Why?
Well, actually, that works out. Because Core has problems during the full moon as well.
Or what I need you to
Arms
do,
crossed.
what I need you to do is I need you to sit here and I need you to meditate
I sit on
until
the
we.
floor.
No, you didn't notice it. We did. You still think it's
Charm
Actually,
does not allow you to
this-
command him. Charm does not allow you to command him. It allows you to make him friendlier, but
Oh.
only so much. He's not hostile, but he's friendly and will take your suggestions nicely instead of aggressively.
I mean, if you don't want to, that's fine. But
So now you're going
Can
to
I-
we just don't need to be attacking people.
Can I just read instead?
Oh, that's fine. Yeah.
I'll just get a book.
Car's still trying to
Yeah.
charm everything.
Yeah.
Core just
also-
is off sitting by and reading a book now.
Okay.
And me and
Yeah,
you
'cause
noticed that his
you
hair's
only
red.
got a success, right?
Mhm.
Or did you fail? No, you didn't get a
I
success. You got a failure.
failed.
He failed.
The target's attitude
And-
becomes friendly towards you. If it was friendly, it becomes helpful. It can't use hostile actions against you.
But I
Helpful
also
is-
play by the fact that when you charm someone, it allows you to make not suggestions, because suggestions can't be ignored. But it allows you to make friendly suggestions that are more likely to be followed, but as long
Yeah.
as they're within character.
It says it will accept reasonable requests from that character as long as such requests aren't at the expense of the helpful creature's goals or quality of life.
That's why he decided to read books instead of meditate.
Mm.
I didn't want to get into a fight because I could see what was going on, and I think he's a little more aggressive than usual. So I
Yeah,
felt
because
like
he doesn't normally just want to go fight somebody because that's not really normal for
I
Cora.
mean, I did warn him like 3 times, and he's like, "What?" And I just felt like I had, yeah, I just didn't want to get into a.
You warned him. You said, "Don't do it." You didn't warn him.
Exactly.
You just
Yeah, that's pretty much warning somebody. Don't do
you
it.
could have done like 10 times better than that.
Okay.
Besides having to use
Oh,
them.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry that my warning was not adequate for you, Winky. I apologize.
Around 4 p.m., you arrive at the docks near the halfling town. This is the last area where you'll see mostly non-halflings. From this point onward, you'll see mostly halflings. As the sun is starting to go down, you do see the full moon rising in the distance. You also see another large lake, although this one, the docks are at the mouth of the lake and they do not go down it. And there are no signs of friendly farms on the left, on the western side, but on the eastern side, towards the halfling lands, there are farms and dwellings and some build up, but all of it is walled and protected.
Itala, is there? This is first time I've stepped foot
Oh
in
yeah, I
this
need to
land.
put my.
Is there something that we need to do to show that we're friendly, or I've never been here before, so kind of following your lead on this. Should we do
Us
something?
just don't look threatening. Be friendly.
I need to
We're
put my.
not inherently people that attack other people.
Well, yeah, I
We
don't want
defend
to. I don't.
ourselves,
Well, I don't want
we
to scare anybody either. I mean, six
then don't
adventurers.
act scary.
6 adventurers geared out. It can be
The
intimidating.
only
So
thing that most halflings will see when they come is that they'll see that I'm with you. For one, some of them that'll make them feel better, but others that'll just make them feel worse about me leaving my home and adventuring. They're not really worried about you unless you have chains on you and you're wanting to put them into chains again.
it's kind of hurtful. I'm sorry that some of them see you that way. It's all.
Ah, it's all right. I'm doing something more than myself. That's not going to bother me.
I commend that.
Most likely, you're going to need to sleep there in the dock area before heading in. Atala's mom lives in the second town over. But this is the first night of the full moon.
Does Core look like he can comprehend what he's being told?
Not an idiot, Atala.
I'm just saying that you're going through a transformation soon or whatever, so I just want to make sure when I tell you all this, because it's important that y'all understand what I'm about to tell you. Does Nita look like an idiot?
He looks like a dwarf.
I'm just
It's a loaded question.
figured after the idiot question, I was just gonna go for it. All right. When we travel tomorrow, I think it's important to note that the area west of the river, it has very dangerous creatures and monsters. That's not the direction we're heading though, so we should be fine. And the mountain area to the south is even more dangerous. And again, we're not, obviously my mother doesn't live in a dangerous area, so we should be fine, but we may see something, who knows. I'd prefer that we don't get too distracted though. Or
Yeah, the halfling war riders patrol the entire area fairly regularly.
Yeah, I feel like we could sort it out.
we're we're not curing the lands of monsters.
And Joe,
I get that you feel like you can solve all the world's problems, Core, especially right now, but I just want to see my mom.
okay.
I can have that be the focus for a little bit.
Core, I
I
think
told
that we
her-
should peacefully walk
Yes,
through these
Eve.
plans. Sorry. Go ahead.
Yes, Eve.
Does your mom have a name? Or is it just mom?
Well, my mother's name is Rosilla.
Rosina.
Rosina. That's it.
That's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful name.
Shut up, Eli. And it's Lee's character's name in D&D, and it's the first name that I thought of. Rosina.
Yeah.
All right. This night, when y'all are setting up for everything, Nita goes back to the tree to plant his sword.
I think I'm going with him this time. Do you want to,
Do you want to plant it in the same garden?
Yeah,
I
same
definitely
spot.
want to see it again.
And Core, remember, it's a good idea to really cherish the moment
yeah,
without swords. It's a very beautiful moment.
take that moment to just transform into a werewolf. Got it, no swords.
Because he can't control it. This is the 2 nights that he can't stop that.
I'm trying to use my charm to the best of my ability. And it's
Once
only
he-
suggested, so I'm
Once he
suggesting.
transforms, that won't matter.
I'm suggesting lightly to be careful.
Nita, when you get to the clearing, you notice the dryads are waiting.
Okay. Go ahead and say hello to them.
And they're oohing and awing over your sword as you plant it.
I will make a big show of it.
Did everybody go? Is everybody here? Anybody
Who else
not
going
go?
to the planting?
I would have
I know,
gone
I
just to
went.
kind of keep an eye on Core. And I don't know how far the charm spell. I would have gone just because I wouldn't know. It's the first time I've charmed a friend.
All right, so Winky, Eve, did y'all go?
Nope.
I'll stay behind, but I'll send Archie with somebody.
Okay.
I could be Archie's mount.
No.
I think Archie's
I'm
really
scared they're
taking
gonna eat
well. Yeah, I think Nita and Archie had a weird connection not too long ago, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay. So, anyways, when you plant it, it blooms exactly as the last time did, and all the clearing trees in the clearing have flowers blooming on them as well. And you notice even the dryads are having flowers bloom on them.
Is my horn showing?
Yes.
What do we-
Yep. You're a unicorn werewolf.
Wow.
Bright red.
Unicorn wolf.
But you notice while you're in this clearing, you did still transform into the wolf, but you are not consumed with rage. In fact, the smell in the air seems extremely pleasant to you and makes you want to be defensive of it.
Defensive of the
Ugh.
area.
Oh, I thought it should be defense of the air.
Ah,
You feel an uncontrollable urge to protect this area.
Won't necessarily patrol, but I'll definitely be, as much as I want to watch this sword, I want to be at the same amount of time just kind of scanning the just general.
what was that?
That would be either a boar or a bear in the woods. Yeah, I know they're calls. Boars and bears, depending on how big they are, they kind of sound the same sometimes.
Hmm.
Oh,
That's an elk.
that's an elk. Yeah.
It's really weird when you can't, because I don't ever do the audio stuff that y'all have going most of the time. So I'm like, sometimes I don't know what y'all are talking about. I just
Yeah,
realized
me
that's probably
neither.
what it is.
Actually, Peyton helped me out earlier. It's like, why is this bar singing the same song? And I'm like, oh crap, I muted
What
it
it-
for sound check.
What it was actually the end of the song each time. There was like, I felt like there was a note that was extended for too long, and it kept. That was what kept setting me off. It was like the third or fourth time I heard that note, I was like, all right,
Hold on.
I gotta say something.
Hey, there's
Oh,
there's something
what?
coming.
Is it wicked?
It sounds huge. That smells like electricity and lavender.
It's Hatala's mom.
We're not near there. No,
Oh,
it's coming from the sky.
dragon.
Did you see your messenger car?
Didn't we just learn that the Lich had electricity?
Did you hear the thunder? Y'all heard the thunder, right?
Yeah, the thunder is like large thuds. Like steps coming to us.
The Dryads do not look any bit disturbed by what's going on. And now everyone can hear. Sounds like a small peal of thunder, but it's coming in the pattern of like boom, 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 like steps. And as it gets closer, everyone can now smell the smell of ozone and lavender.
It's an interesting
Ozone.
combination.
Is it like an air titan thing? I'm not there, so
You're not there, so you wouldn't know. After a few minutes, you hear a greeting in Jotun. Does anyone speak Jotun?
I think Core does.
Don't think so.
No, I got Elven, Gnomish, and Halfling.
Yeah, I got Gnomish.
And I was learning Dwarven. I don't know how far along I got in that.
You do not speak Jotun.
Does
You,
Archie
Hyman?
speak it?
No.
somebody say we do not speak your language.
One of the Dryads
they're-
actually replies back in the same language, and the Dryad turns around and says, "Be careful, the sky comes."
Oh, no.
Sky.
And there is a loud thud at the other side of the clearing as a storm giant lands from out of the sky.
This must be the sequel to It's Raining Men.
No.
It's hailing them.
When it lands, it says "Ka-chow."
Kachaga, kachaga.
All right, hold on. Those of y'all who are here, see this.
Oh, Holy moly!
It's purple Zeus.
Wow.
Purple
With a
Zeus.
sword.
It's Thanos and Thor mixed together.
Are you a god?
It's 21 feet tall and weighs 12,000 pounds.
Y'all had my reaction.
They're one of the most powerful giants of all.
Glad this is not Giant Slayer. Whew.
It approaches to where the sword is and kneels down next to it, placing Lavender's flowers.
I mean, oh.
And then it turns around and pokes a hole at the side of the clearing and plants a few seeds and stands up again. And in Jotun, it says something again, and then it just jumps, and each step crackles with electricity as it runs up into the clouds again.
You scared him.
So do you think your sword can summon that guy?
Do you think that's what it was?
I don't know.
That'd be
Just swing it around, see if he comes back.
One of the dryads comes over. No, but he smelled the sword.
You're not what?
a lot of lavender.
He loves flowers. He's been looking for one of these swords for a long time. It's one of his favorite flowers.
Hmm.
He knew of the original. This is a seedling.
Is the original the one we found before and gave to the people there?
Yep, the one that they said you couldn't keep. This is
So if we,
basically a child of it.
so if we
Because the
took the
sword
original
reproduces.
instead, without telling the other guys, would have he commented on it?
World may never know.
I'm pretty sure we would have been killed by the Fae there.
Yeah, probably.
That and he was stronger than the entire party there. He could solo your entire group. Even with Winky there.
But can he solo Goku?
I'm pretty sure he could probably solo like everybody at the tree. Close to.
The giant spiders at the
Considering
tree.
his innate
I mean,
ability,
he looked like a god. Like, did you see it? He was just
Yes,
like
I saw
glowing
it.
and like
He
it
was hard to
crazy.
miss.
I've never fought giants before, and I don't want to start now. Maybe later with a smaller giant. You know, like a 10-foot giant, maybe?
Nothing about him seemed hostile.
You've already fought things that are 10 foot.
yeah, they're actually good. Chaotic good, but good.
Yes, Karis. Such a peaceful and beautiful time at the moment. Perhaps we don't focus on bloodshed and war.
That wasn't my thought. I was just saying I don't ever want to fight something like that.
It was literally
Then-
your thirst spot.
Then you went into fighting smaller stuff.
Smaller giants, yes.
I'm saying.
He said, I don't want to fight one like that, but give me a smaller one. I'll take it down.
I never said I'd take it down.
And Core is so chill right now. He's like, relax, my brother.
Everything
Yet he's
will be
consumed with
fine.
enough rage to transform into a wolf that he can't stop the transformation. He's basically been consumed with a focused rage.
Oh, by the way, I dropped the charm like 20 minutes ago.
Can you just drop it? Okay.
Yes.
Well, but it's the morning, so it's over anyway.
Once I saw you calm down in the area, that's kind of when I kind of dropped it.
I honestly don't know how to feel. Like I knew the reason for it, but spells changing. I don't
To
know.
be honest with you, I don't think my charm had anything to do with your calmness.
Huh? Wasn't that the whole point?
No, you were calm as soon as the sword was planted, so that's why I dropped it.
Right.
I
I'm
was afraid
confused on your
that
timeline.
as soon as we heard the thunder, you became calm.
I was calm when we got to the grove and the sword was planted.
Yes, and that's when I dropped it when I saw your
Okay.
ease.
Okay.
Because I didn't want to be the reason you thought you had to be calm.
Right, man. It's all good. No worries.
Well, you're not in the grove anymore, so you're angry again.
What? When did we leave the grove?
Unless you're saying you stayed all night in the grove.
Okay.
Well, you actually would have stayed all night in the grove since you don't sleep.
Well, there's no reason they couldn't have had that conversation the night before.
Yeah. They had that the night before. Now it's the next morning and everyone's back at the Halfling Land.
All right. So back to being a little angry.
Yeah, you yourself were surprised about the peace that came over you there. You still felt rage, but it no longer was a rage that made you angry. It was a rage that made you focus.
Was there anything specific to focus on?
You just inherently knew that that grove needed to be protected.
Gotcha.
It was like something called out to your blood that you had to answer. And you think that maybe why all the dryads are there. Something's calling out to the Fey influence.
Did my horn remain even after we left the grove? Or is it just
So
in the
that,
So the unicorn horn, is that something that just is revealed in the grove or is that always there? Transform.
when you transform, it's revealed.
Okay. Bring up to the group of hunted just for my horn. So of course, who's gonna want to attack a werewolf?
Yeah, they might want to take your pelt too. So, gotta think
Because
about
you're
that.
unique as a bright red werewolf.
With a unicorn's horn.
Yeah, you're like one
Just
of
a
a
horn.
kind. You're like one of a kind. But yeah. Jokes on them, right? Kind of bump his shoulder. Jokes on them. They don't know how strong you are.
Yeah.
I mean, we're all kind of one of a kind.
Yeah, every one of you are unique in different ways. So far beyond ordinary people that most ordinary people couldn't comprehend you.
You do have a twin
All
brother
over
out
and
there.
die when they feel out. When they
Oh, that's
realize
why
who
they
we are.
think I'm dumb. Oh, that makes sense.
Okay. So it's the next morning. Y'all gonna travel to through the Halfling Lands?
Mm-hmm.
You find pleasant trails that are as easy to go on as any road, even though they're not marked like roads. but by dinner time, you've made it to her town. And based on current things, Hatala, you would know that you probably would be best to wait till tomorrow to try to do anything with your mom. You
Okay.
probably would go home, but you probably wouldn't want to try to have the dinner tonight. Seeing it's the last night of the full moon directly.
So are you suggesting that I would go home alone and everybody else would go to somewhere else? Because I mean, I doubt my
Most
mother
likely,
has.
everyone would go to the tree.
Right.
And then, I mean, you'd go home and then we'd all go to the tree, most likely. Or you could stay at home.
Yeah.
But, like, you wouldn't want to try to have Core have dinner that night.
Yeah, I don't want to.
Okay. That sounds fine.
Because once the moon rises, he can't stop the transformation.
Yeah, my mom's gonna have enough of a hard time with all of these folks to begin with. That's just gonna add
All
to
the
it.
giant people in your house.
Yeah.
Or I apologize for charming you, but we kind of need you to stay in your room tonight. We can get you anything and everything you want, but you kind of stay in your room.
Can't just run through the
Sure.
forest.
As long as
I
you
mean,
stay in
he's.
the forest and not kill people, then I'm okay with that. I mean, if everybody else is.
I mean, but you have like, while you have a rage, you have control of your faculties, right?
Mostly.
He has the least amount of control on the full moon.
Okay.
During the outside of full moon time, if he manages to transform, he will have his full faculties. Just be a little angrier while doing it.
So, are you going to try to use the night to kind of
Yeah, I think
learn
I'm
how
gonna.
it feels for the
Yeah, if you want to
transformation?
go out, we can run through the night and test some things out.
I don't know if I can keep up with it, but I'll do my. I will bring midnight, and I will stay behind you and kind of let you do your thing. But yeah, I'll if you want me to be there, I can be there.
Sure, I don't mind.
Okay,
All
I
right.
can do that for you.
One morning, Midnight's fully worn out. She needs her full. She needs a full night's sleep. She doesn't have a ring.
She sits on my shoulder and just falls
She's got
asleep.
like bags under her little raptor
It's
eyes.
like, okay, well, we're not fighting with midnight today. She's really tired.
So I'm sure I get to see my mother as we head into this. I imagine that's going to be some hugs and crying and whatnot.
Yep. You've
Role
been
play
gone
it.
for
I
years.
want to see it.
Yeah.
I want to see the role play.
We don't need to roleplay it unless you want to.
I'm okay with that. We don't have to necessarily go through that. But in the night, because I'm gonna assume that my room, I still have a room because there's no reason that she would have changed it. And I would stay in my room. And so during the night, I'm going to sneak out and head to where my hidey hole is.
I was about to say your old boyfriend's house.
No, if anything, that was Cater and he's dead. So thanks for reminding me. But
Wow.
I honestly made that a dagger on purpose. But no, I go to the hidey hole. I open up the panel, and is it there?
Yes.
Okay. I pull out small, very small doll. Looks very ragged, beat up, and I just hold it. I hug it to myself, and as I do, I say, "Dad, I'm adventuring, just like you did. Thanks for showing me that it was possible, and I'm sorry that you lost your life that way. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to make something happen. I'm going to do something greater than myself." And I put it back in the hidey hole and close it up. Go back to bed.
All right. The night passes without anything occurring at all. This morning, you are feeling more relaxed, core, but the effects are still fading, and you won't transform tonight, but you will have the rage one last night. And Nita, you are still a dwarf, and after sunrise tomorrow, you will be back to yourself.
Excuse me.
Choked up about it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, today, the halflings all seem to be making sure that their town is prepared for some extreme weather. Basically, the little wooden shutters, they're getting those ready to close whenever a storm comes.
Mm-hmm.
Those certainly help my mother with all those details and things with her home.
I want to assist as much as possible with that and anybody else that looks like they may need help.
You notice the halflings have a slightly better response to the half-elves than they do everyone else.
I don't know really how to take that, but I'm just going to keep going, being helpful.
They seem to mostly ignore the dwarf, and a lot of them seem to be incredibly amused by the gnome with the giant hammer. Especially the children.
Hey, Wiggy, they really like you, man. I think they think you're funny. You should use the hammer. Show them what the hammer can do. I think they might enjoy that.
No.
Oh boy.
All right.
So today's the day. What do y'all do?
I think for me, I'm just gonna like sit in her front yard and just kind of try to contemplate the grove and enjoy the peaceful atmosphere of the village. Listen to the busy work and the clangs going on inside for the dinner. Try to just absorb this moment of peace or the horror we're gonna be walking into soon.
I'm going to ask the dwarves or the gnomes.
We'll get there, buddy. Keep going. One more try.
Roll call.
I'm going to ask the hobbits that I'm working with. How do you know there's a storm coming? While I'm carrying all the the boards, because I
They
obviously can
point to the
carry a lot
clouds
more.
in the north and say there's a monsoon up north.
Oh, you guys are
They
pretty in
occasionally
tune with
blow
the
in
weather.
from the ocean. They rarely make it all the way down here, but when they do, it'll rain for a couple days straight.
Y'all are very in tune with the weather. I barely ever look up. Only look forward.
Well, most of us spend our mornings out sitting on the porch watching the sky,
Oh man,
smoking pipe.
that seems so relaxing. I don't remember the last time I was able to just sit down and watch the sky.
Most of us don't look for excitement. We mostly just sit around and enjoy the pleasant things in life.
Oh, I
I don't know
agree
why
with
I
you.
suddenly became a little bit Irish.
I agree.
Why didn't
I
Hatala have Irish accent? I know what all
I
halflings
worked
sound like.
I worked it out of my system so that I sounded more common.
Hmm.
That's all it was.
Wonder if her accent comes back
yeah.
when she talks to her mom.
I wish that for the life that I didn't have to look for excitement, but to be honest with you, I don't look. It just finds me. And
It usually does for you Bigfoots. You're closer to the danger, apparently.
yeah, it's because we're a little bit taller.
Most of it just goes right over our head. Nice, peaceful life left behind.
Ah, I see what you did there. That's funny.
It's one of our running jokes.
I love it. So,
Those of
how
us
many
who do get that feeling, they usually become war riders.
riders? Ah,
We have pony riders.
Shetland ponies.
Shetland ponies, right? Small ponies.
Combat
Shoot,
ponies.
shoot low
Com-
boys are riding
you,
Shetland ponies.
you have combat ponies. When we're done here, I'd love to see a combat pony.
You've seen them riding around because the riders are everywhere.
They're
Oh
the
yeah,
ones
that's right.
protecting the
Yeah,
area.
yeah, that's right.
They always go in groups of like 8 and they're carrying lances.
Oh, you mean the combat ponies? Yeah, they look pretty menacing. I mean, small
Basically,
but
they fear
dangerous.
nothing.
Small but dangerous.
It's mostly about them not being afraid.
That's good. Yeah, that would
I
make
mean,
sense.
not many ponies would charge a giant, but they don't
Uh,
mind one bit.
really, those ponies charge a giant?
Of course, when the rider says so.
Wow, that's actually very impressive.
We have a lot of giants in the area. We're pretty good at fighting them.
What do? Take out their kneecaps?
That or stab them in the bum.
Oh, that'll do it.
Kind of hard to do anything with a large wooden stick up your butt.
I would have to agree. Yes, yeah, that would be very disconcerting.
Or maybe we should take a little bit of a break and I toss him a pipe with some pipe weed in it.
Hey, did you take my pipe weed?
Hey, what's this? What's in here?
It's
How do
the
you
Believe me,
use
half
this
there's
thing?
Everyone has it.
there's plenty around here.
It
How do you,
literally grows down here.
wait, Tala, how do you use this?
You light it up, you
Okay,
breathe it, you let it
okay.
get in there, and then you blow it out. And if you get really good, you can make some cool stuff with the smoke when you blow it out.
Do
One of
I
the
need to be
halflings
sitting down for
nearby,
this?
one
What
of the
was that?
halflings nearby blows 3 rings and then shoots like a dart through them.
Oh, like that?
Definitely like that.
I'm gonna try that. Do I need to be sitting down? He's
Oh,
sitting
of
down.
course. You
Guys,
need to
there's some
relax.
space on the porch over here with me.
Okay.
I don't
I go sit. I go sit on the porch and practice my smoke rings with the dart.
don't
With
really want smoke, but Eve, if you get some tea going, that'd be nice.
You only cough once or twice when first trying since you've never done it before. But you successfully figured
oh,
it out.
oh, you didn't say it was gonna bite me like that. All right, let me try again.
One of the halflings like, you don't swallow it, lad.
But no one told me that.
It's to savor.
Oh, and so you keep it in your mouth, and then
You
you.
take a little bit in.
I try again.
Assuming somebody got a message.
Not me.
Not I.
Not me too.
During the day, Atala's mom brings out a plate with some cheeses and other finger food snacks.
Oh, thanks. You can bring something out for everybody else?
She slaps her hand and says, "No, dwarf.
What? I can't have any of this?
You get a little bit, not the
Oh.
whole thing.
Okay.
There's
Fine.
more inside. You'll get more later."
Okay. Thank you, Mom. I mean, Mrs. Tala.
It'd be Mrs. Puck.
Oh. Mrs. Puck.
It's more funny if he doesn't remember your
Hatala's
last
mom.
name. Mrs. Hatala. I mean, Hatala's
Mrs.
mom.
Hatala's mom.
Wait, what was your last name again?
All right. Y'all spend the day relaxing, eating food. They pass around some tea and a few stronger drinks. And basically, there's a lot of smoking and a lot of just chit-chatting and having a good time. A couple card games are played, not for anything other than bragging. And basically, y'all spend the day living a halfling day.
Oh, so many meals. Oh,
You didn't have to eat every time.
I'm so nice. It's rude.
That's fine.
Yeah, even the dwarf is full at this point.
I don't understand. Why would anybody like want to leave? This is nice.
It is. But, you know, like anything else in life, you wonder what else is out there. You
Well,
wonder what
I've-
else you can do.
yeah, but I feel like this is the first time I've ever actually been able to, really take a moment and think without having to worry about what's next.
You're not wrong. It's
That might be the weed.
it
I've just
definitely is.
well, the life that I remember with Eric is it's always the next person to protect, the next person to save, the next town to, it's there's always a mission. And
But isn't that worthwhile as
oh
well?
yeah, absolutely. But
Wouldn't you work or
I've never
not be
really had a
afraid
moment,
to?
never really had a moment not to have to worry about those responsibilities.
I mean,
And this just feels nice.
I guess in a way I'm wanting to defend myself because if anything, it's always a fight to explain to another halfling why you've left, why you didn't stay in this life, why you didn't stay in this calm.
Oh well,
But
I totally agree with you, Hatala. Like we do have I live for hire, but I've just this one day I've never had this one day before ever. It's always been about protecting and saving and fighting for the greater good.
well, continue to enjoy it then. Try
This
not to
is
overthink
A
it
couple of
today.
hours, and everyone's being fed and happy. You notice Eve coming back.
Everything all right, Eve?
Yeah, I'm a little teary-eyed, but yeah, I just I've just been helping out. 3 babies were born.
Really?
wow, that's
3,
cool.
How
not from the
tiny.
same person, not from the same person, but one of them named her middle name after me. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
How small are the babies?
They're tiny. Because a full-grown halfling is only like 4 feet tall, 3 to 4 feet.
Halflings are very meaningful with their naming. So for one of them to see that in you and put it to one of their children, certainly an honor.
Yeah, that's a lot of respect. That's pretty cool.
So what did you guys do today? Anything
Uh,
cool?
we helped with some of the armaments and protection of the weather, but then
I didn't do
I
any.
take another puff of the thing and blow out smoke. Other than that, we relaxed.
Just been sitting here.
I didn't blow it in your face.
We do have some
Maybe a car
tea.
did.
No, you're too short.
I bet those babies like fit in the palm of your hand. That's crazy to think. Wow. Sorry, I'm stuck on the opposite. So, Corey, you got my brain all kind of messed up.
That's the weed still. It's okay.
Well, that's the first time I've ever done that.
Maybe you should just switch to the tea now. Just
Now, pipe weed does not make you high; it makes you mellow.
Makes you relaxed.
Well, I mean, I'll take some of that tea too. Like that sounds cool.
By the way, a baby born
It's
with
not my leftover
dwarfism
tea, right?
is usually less than 3 pounds and are less
mom,
than 16
mom brought us
inches long.
some out. Have to.
I haven't even met your mama, Tala.
I'm sure she
Yeah, you met her when y'all first passed through.
yeah.
Oh, are you saying you missed all the food? We've been snacking all
I'm
day.
sure that she got food everywhere she
I'm sure
was.
they brought me food.
Yeah, there were
Everyone.
snacks during the entire process.
Yeah, but you didn't get her tallest mom's food. That was
She
banging.
probably had like every single one of the people she helped probably tried to feed her.
Yep. Remember, whenever a halfling is stressed, they have a snack. What's more stressful than giving birth? You've given birth, here's some snacks.
Either that or the rest of their ring of corruption.
No, there's only one guy that had one of those.
Oh yeah. I remember the stories. There's only one.
Don't you still have a ring
Sorry.
like that in the car?
Shh. No. Maybe I don't know.
He has a corrupted ring.
You remember when you went all crazy and there's.
Oh yeah, that is right. I don't know
No,
what
we
did
took
with
that one
ring.
off. I took it off.
Yeah,
and
we took it off.
destroyed
Don't remember what happened to it though.
Winky smashed it with his hammer.
Sounds possible.
That's the usual answer.
Oh, the ring that made me wear I couldn't tell a truth. I had to tell a lie. Yeah, that one got destroyed for sure.
Yeah, Eve did make it back in time for second lunch.
Second lunch.
Second lunch.
I think with Eve there and we're all eating, this is when I want to talk to my mother. I want to Mom, thank you so much for being so hospitalizing and so wonderful to my friends. I know that you have never truly approved of me leaving, and it was a hard time for you. And I'm sure you're wondering why we have just shown up after all this time. But as you've seen, these people have been with me. They have fought with me. They have fought for me. I'm sure you've heard what has happened with Cater. I needed to see you, though, because we are about to do one of the most dangerous things we have done in our adventure. I wanted to see you before I went, because there's a possibility I may go to the boneyard after this. Hopefully not. I strive to live. I strive to still stand in the suffering of life to show others that there is hope, that there is a way to move forward. and that joy and suffering, right and wrong, is a choice, and that I want to choose the right thing and show others that that can be what life can be about. And then I just cry, and if she's willing to hug me,
As she's hugging you, she's crying too, saying, "If anyone's going to figure anything out, it's going to be you. You're stubborn enough to figure anything out,
thank
just
you,
like your
Mother.
dad."
R sheds a tear, but he's looking at the sky, so you can't see. It's so awesome. This is great. Never felt so relaxed.
She tells you that she did hear from Cater's uncle and knows about what happened and your role in making things right.
It took a long time, but we were finally able to do something and learn the truth. At least some of the truth. There may be more to uncover later, but do you think Dad would be proud of me?
Definitely. He was one of those that couldn't sit still while wrongs were going on, and he knew that he had to leave the hills to seek adventure and righting wrongs on levels that are more important than just for the Shire. I don't know if they actually call it the Shire, but I'm calling it the Shire.
Just go with whatever. We're not bound by copyright.
It's canon. It's
This is
canon.
I
Now.
don't want to use the name Hobbit, but I do like the name Shire.
It's canon. It's canon.
I'm good. I don't know what else to do.
No, everyone continues to
Eat
eat,
and enjoy.
and she wishes you luck on all your adventures, and especially on your task coming up ahead. During the meal, she does tell you that the sickness did come down through here, and very few people seem to have been severely affected by it, but a surprising number of the halflings did have complexion changes. But the halflings don't seem to mind it that much. No one was ostracized, even though they look a little bit demonic. And it seems that there was very few deaths down here. There was more turning demonic than there were deaths.
Obviously, I'd explain what some of that means and what it was, and why the gods found it necessary.
She tells you that they've actually heard of that before because it's come down through here once before. The humans up north have known about it for a long time, and by trade, the halflings knew too.
Is that where we were? A little bit north of here before, where we saw people that were just living that way?
Remember, the Western Kingdom has a whole town of them.
Right. Okay, so the southern kingdoms have seen this before. Would I have
Yeah.
already known about that then, or maybe just
You've
not
heard of
hit my
it,
time period?
You heard of it, but you didn't have any actual knowledge of it. It's like something you learned in school but forgot about immediately.
Gotcha. Wasn't an
It
important
wasn't
thing. 'Cause it
important at the
wasn't
time.
mentioned. Got it. Okay. I want to give my mother a piece of jewelry that I've worked on. It doesn't matter what. I give her a piece of jewelry.
Yeah, you're always working on something, so
Yep.
she thanks you. She's very proud of it and immediately wears it.
I turn to my friends. I know that we can enjoy the rest of our time here, and I want you guys to take as much relaxation as you can. Let's find some of the good here before we go and continue on our journey. Akar, I hope you can find more about your past and that we find whatever this heart and this beach thing is and that it fills some part of what's missing in you.
Yes, on with the mission. On with the mission.
Eve, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I just kind of wish I had a mom, you know?
Ouch.
Honestly, I feel that, but I never knew my mom, so
You
yeah,
knew
this
your
is
mom, you just
nice.
don't remember your mom.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
I
yeah.
guess it's
Well,
a similar thing.
from my perspective, I didn't have a mom,
Yeah.
so
It's
it's nice
beneath.
to have a mom that brings you snacks on the front lawn. That's cool.
Eve, you grew up with what was her name? Mavis?
Yeah.
Similar.
so you had a motherly figure who did love you.
Yeah. But she, you know, she's not my mom
It
mom.
wasn't the same.
Yeah.
Right. It's not quite the same.
She was more like a big sister than a mom.
Crap. Mo Louder's missing his mom now. It's real.
Okay. Unless y'all do anything else, the rest of the day passes without anything going on.
I think I've done all that I'm wanting to here.
In the middle of the night, the storm arrives. It's not particularly violent, but there's a lot of rain, so everyone's shutters are closed and the sound is fairly aggressive, but without being like horrifying.
I think I'd like to just go stand out in the rain.
All right. As the dawn arrives, you feel the moon shifting out of alignment and you feel your senses returning more to normal. And Nita, you feel normal again. Or your new normal.
Dog normal.
First time,
Doggone it.
first time your mom sees him, she screams. Ah!
I'm pretty sure I would have
What
warned
is-
her
Okay.
to be like, hey, eventually he's gonna not be adorable.
In the morning, she's like, "Good Lord, you weren't joking."
We've been through a lot.
She makes a joke, passing Nita a doggy bag. In it is a whole bunch of meaty snacks there was some of the tasty things from the day before.
If anything, this change in him has been positive.
All right, the storm is still here, but now it's just drizzling rain. So you're going to make it back to the boat because there should be a boat heading back.
Yeah.
On the way back downriver, y'all stop on the left side of the lake, of the big lake up downriver, and you notice that the farms on this side are a lot more rough and tumble, and the population seems to be about half orc. And you even notice there's a couple full-blooded orcs in the group. But the full-blooded orcs are staying away from the human boat.
Hey, Court, you remember a couple days ago you tried to sort out that problem?
Mm-hmm.
Remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah. How do you feel now?
Does it need sorting still? I mean,
Are you
I don't
trying
think
to
so.
antagonize him and get him back into this? He just had a real calming
I'm
time.
just,
I'm okay. I mean,
oh, cool. Yeah.
someone
Get it,
starts going in
get it,
on
breaks the
someone, I
pipe
might
weed out
just
again, lights it up, starts passing around.
still want to step in if something's wrong in a certain situation.
Well, yeah, but yeah, you kind of almost attacked a group of people that it was all good. So I just wanted to check on you. Just checking on you, just seeing how you were feeling.
Better.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, I've felt more relaxed than I have probably the last 10 years. To be honest with you.
Yes, and I see you picked up your own pipe from the Hobbit village, from the Halfling village.
Yeah, I don't want neither to know.
Huh?
I feel like he'll look at me like less of me. I mean, I'm all I'm just don't worry about it.
You think Nita has judgmental issues?
Well, it's more of the see, you knew it. Kind of. Why are
Oh.
you over here in my conversation? I'm whispering.
I don't know. It's just kind of like.
But you
it
always
was-
hop in other folks'
it-
conversations.
It's not. He's not wrong. But I
I
saw
have
the
elf ears.
pipe
I'm
weed.
sorry. I can
I
hear
s-
a lot. I'm sorry. Like
He's
the
a
extra
dog
point.
now. He can hear everything.
Oh yeah. Sorry, Nita.
He can smell the pipe weed coming out of your nose holes.
I'll only use it when we're camped. How about that? We can just keep it at that.
Okay.
That's on you. I mean, whatever.
No. It's just for I just I don't know. It may be the pipe weave. It may be in the area. I don't know. I'm testing a theory.
Okay, have at it.
You want to try some?
The other day, okay.
Okay.
Trying to start something?
Well, I'm just saying. When you get into your little
First one's free.
When I get into
extra
my
extra rage mode, it
kind of,
might
as
help.
you look at me, my hair just kind of starts to turn a little bit. In my what?
Your extra rage mode, it
He's
might
not
help
getting
you.
the hint.
Mm.
It might help you mellow.
Kylie lost her video.
Uh-oh, we're everywhere. Sorry, guys.
Oh, yeah, we have shifted.
I'm Wiki. Woo! Wiki.
Ah,
Nita is a car.
Vroom vroom.
I'm a puppy.
Roof.
Ooh.
Smash. Smash.
Yeah, do you see my hair kind of start to turn red a little bit? Then you just see it kind of go away.
Hey, yeah, I was just, it was just a suggestion. I didn't, it's just a thought. I'm looking out for you, buddy. I know you kind of owe me one for the charm. I'm sorry. I didn't want to cause a scene. To be honest, sorry about that. Sorry about that. Because like the person that is charmed knows that they're charmed, but they're still charmed. So I was like, my bad. I told you not to, like 3 times. I said I'm gonna have to do it.
Cast silence on a car.
I think that pipe weed makes him talk more.
Sorry. What? It's okay, I accept your apology. Thank you, Akar.
Did somebody deafen him?
No, he muted himself to mimic.
Oh, he did it. He did. Okay, okay. I was like, we're not deafened, muted. Sorry.
Did Winky just black out his screen? Or is it just dark
I
in
don't know.
his room?
His lights are off
Elijah,
probably because he went to
Elijah
sleep.
just walked. He walked in here and he asked me, "Are we done?" I'm
Oh.
like, "What are you talking about? I'm literally playing."
Right. Why are we going down this river again?
We're
To
gonna
get back to
go.
the ocean to head towards
Oh.
Cars,
Akar's
Beach.
beach landing.
Yes, yes, thank you.
We're gonna have to take a ride back to the capital. Technically, y'all could just hop in your portal and come out of the capital if you wanted to. But no one thought about that because you came down here on the boat.
I don't know. I think
That's what I was just
the
asking
boat
the
ride
question.
just felt right.
It adds to the calmness.
Yeah.
Like once we start using portals again, it's back to the rush into the planning
Yeah.
factors and
Okay. The time in the little village passes nicely without any major issues. And the night goes without any problems either. And everyone is back to their normal selves completely.
All right, Court. So are we even now with the little silence thing you did? That was a nice little trick. That was funny.
if you keep talking, I'm gonna use it again.
Well, it only lasts for a minute, so I can wait a
10
minute.
minutes. 10 minutes.
Oh, 10 minutes.
All right. Y'all make it to the mouth of the river without any major issues. And you find a boat that's heading back to the capital. And at this point, the rain is finally let up and it's moved off to the west. No, sorry. Yeah, it's crossing the area to the west. I had to do geography in my head again. All right. We are going to stop right here because as you wake up the next morning getting ready to go on the boat, you notice another ship coming into dock with black flags and cannons firing.
Ship battle!
Think we can just sail around them?
The town is being attacked by pirates.
Alrighty.
And there's more than one boat. There's a small armada of boats coming to town.
Nita, get your fireball ready.
Kamehameha.
Pause. See you guys next time.
And we did.
All right, so next time we will have naval warfare.
All right.
Belly
Next-
button warfare.
Next weekend, yes, we're all still good.
All right, also for tonight, Hatala. You gain 1 hero point and 150 bonus XP for role-playing.
Yay!
Core, you gain 50 experience for role-playing.
Yay!
Eve, you gain 50 experience for role-playing.
Yay!
And that is it.
Right, folks. All right. Thanks, guys, for watching and joining us.
Many
Till
tacos.
No.
Yeah.
adios.
Bye.
Next week. See you guys.